All right, got audio? Every freaking stream, man. Every stream. Yeah, bro, it's the 50s, man. We got 4K video. No, 50s, 30s, right? 30s were silent movies. It's like in the 30s. It's in the 30s, but with 4K video. All right, so to repeat what I said, what up, Tariq, Devin, Bronson, Ronan? How you guys doing? Ronan, long time no talk, man. Carrot Boy, how you doing? Thursday football, League Worlds, classes. Ron Harvey, what up, man? Yeah, actually, that's kind of unfortunate that I'm competing with Thursday Night Football. I mean, I feel bad for Amazon, man. How are they ever going to get an audience? Oh, rip Amazon, man. Actually, when I say rip Amazon, just because of like the broadcast issues they've had, I guess, the last few games. I haven't actually gotten to see the games, but I read about there being some pretty major broadcast issues. What up, Rahul? How you doing, man? 2 quad speed runes and Masha in 24 hours. Bro, that's a nice run. I pulled 1 quad speed rune. All right, so a bunch of you guys know I've got a revenge, like my revenge runes suck, right? And so I've got this revenge rune that I have been re-apping for freaking ever. Like, I have legit put about 150 re-apps into this rune, and it's the only legend crit rate slot 4 innate that I had. I don't even remember where I got it, but I've been re-apping this rune. Every re-app I've gotten for like 2 months has just basically gone into this rune, which is exactly the opposite of what I always recommend. I know I always recommend like raised rune quality, but I specifically needed this rune for RTA. And it's like 150 re-apps, and the rune still sucks. Like, you can see it. This is probably the best freaking... Anyway. So today, I pulled a dupe. The new collab packs came out. Summons were terrible. It's like 30 LD scrolls, no sparks. I got 1 dupe out of everything. But the 1 dupe, I traded in for Ancient Crystals. I got another out of the rune shop. I got another crit rate rune. And then out of the re-apps, I pulled this bad boy. So, the original one is still 150 re-apps in and still sucks, but this one popped at about 15 re-apps. I actually can still get 1 more speed, and I can change this defense to attack percent. I just need the gem. So I switched over. Here's the other ironic thing is I cleaned out my rune and gem inventory yesterday. I used up all runes, all gems. Not all runes. You can't use up runes. I used all my gems, my grinds. I cleared everything out, which I hadn't actually been like... It'd been months since I actually went through and did gems properly. So, of course, I do all the gems yesterday, and now I need an attack gem, and I'm sitting here just spam farming R5 for the attack gem. Like all monsters, including boss, but there's no rush. I mean, there's no rush. It'll pop eventually. What up, Guaco? Have we, Koako, have we matched in RTA, like, towards the end of the last season, I think? How you doing? That's Will. That's nice. Ooh, not bad. Bad. Wow, got a Violent and a Will. That was nice out of that little batch. Do I have a perfect quad? I do not. Actually, I do have a perfect quad. It's not what you mean, but this is my only perfect quad. It is a Swift rune. So check this out, guys. I have a perfect quad, Swift slot 3, max rolled HP. That's the only perfect quad on my account. Max rolled HP. Rip me. So it gets used as a broken rune on a Skogul. Couldn't even just at least be Vio, man. What up, Benjamin? Yeah, I agree with you, bro. TOA Hell. I did it once. I did it once 2 or 3 months ago. I did it like 2 or 3 months ago just to finally get the 30-star thing on my account, right? It was overdue. I should have probably done it last year. But so I got the 30-star. But all I really... No, it's not a Swift Skogul. It's actually, he's like 190 speed. It's just a broken set. I think this month is not the month to do it. This month, I remember the rotation being like a gigantic pain. It was one of these, the Giyu level, I think. Dominic was fine. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe this month is fine. I don't know. I usually do it just enough to get the devil. This month I actually did the LD scroll, but that was it. Just the LD scroll. By the way, guys, I would strongly recommend against buying this box. This box is really just, it's nowhere near as good as the prior collab boxes. All the hero runes and crap that pops out of it just diminish the value so much. Yeah, Benjamin, we're going to be doing 2 community help drawings today. Yeah, that one, it's definitely nowhere near the value of what it was in previous ones. I did get most of them, but keep in mind, you know, I'm not free to play. I had plenty of crystals to spare, so I did buy most of that stuff. I did not buy... There's a few things I didn't buy that I probably won't buy. Yeah, I didn't buy any of the crafting materials. These are just not really worth it for me. I can farm the runes. And I bought the rest. Oh, and I didn't buy these. I'm already overloaded with these. This could be a good value for some people, though, because this is most of the way towards a 6-star. So if you're earlier in the game, this could be value, but for my account, it's not. And then these, same thing, man. This is like 5 rune crafts. It's like 5 rune crafts for 100 crystals. It's just not worth it. Because it's not like you get a guaranteed, you don't even get a guaranteed 6 star. I was going to say you don't get a guaranteed legend, you don't even get a guaranteed 6 stars. So the runecraft stuff, definitely not worth it. The stuff you can buy with mana was kind of worth it just because it was mana, but... one of the teams I want to build, I haven't gotten around to yet, is Kali Coco Tableau. I haven't gotten around to building that yet because I have to move some... I have to move some Swift runes from builds that I'm actually using. But Coco Kali Momo, I think, will be a fun... Excuse me, Coco... No, sorry. Coco or Momo? Coco Kali Tableau. Coco Kali Tableau. Bro, Ron, that's awesome, man. Ron, that is awesome. So, quick mention. What Ron was talking about is from the members help stream on Tuesday. Ron won one of the drawings. Asked me to fix the Tricaru. We didn't have enough mana to finish everything, so he got everything finished up afterwards. And his Tricaru team is now both 100% on now both DB12 and PC10. And I think we set record times on both as well. Did you, Tariq? 4:30 a.m. What time did you finish? So yeah, I can show you the runes in a moment. I also have a video, step-by-step video. If you check my channel for building solo R5 and building BJ R5, you can search for both of those. You'll see them in more detail, but I'll show you the runes in just a moment. Hey Masio, how you doing? There's really no value in that, right? Ah, very nice, bro. That one's not bad. I think that's it, right? Okay, I think that's it. When that queue is done, I'm finally caught up on those. So here's the Belager. He's got way more crit rate than he needs. It's just how the rune set broke out. Wait, yeah, I'm running double crit rate leads. Actually, yeah, no, he's got way more crit rate. There's the Lauren. I mean, the rest of them are really just very straightforward builds. So Killjoy, what that probably says is it's kind of like how some of us feel about summons. I wound up getting all 6 cookies. At this point, I legit only need one monster on my account, which is Amber, and I'm complete on all elementals. And I still want to summon. So dude, Mac, that's actually really awesome, man. I'm really glad the video's helped. Curtis, congrats on the Veronica, man. That's insane. Dude, huge congrats on the Veronica. Dude, most busted LD5 in the game. You must have freaked out when you pulled her, man. Tariq dropping the member chat said, did you see my message on your Discord channel? Oh, you know what, Tariq? Yeah, I saw it when I woke up. I forgot to respond. Yeah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen because I'm not moving any runes around. So since this is just pre-ban Special League, oh, we banned Segment. Ooh, rip. Okay. Yeah, since this is pre-ban Special League, I'm not gonna be moving runes around. I also don't know how many wings I'll actually be doing off the stream. What up, Noir? How you doing, man? Yeah, the Water Griffin's not... He's not deviled, though, bro. He's not deviled. What up, Rosar? How you doing? I mean, I can throw runes on him if you want me to draft him once, but he doesn't actually fit, like, anything. He'd literally just be like me putting him out there with no... It wouldn't make any sense, basically. What up, Anu? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to make it. I'll throw him in one. I'll throw him in one draft for you, bro. But yeah, it's like a guaranteed loss because he doesn't make any sense. He's not deviled. I did that last season, Banana Cow. It wasn't intentional, but I did it for quite a while last season. Dakota, actually, let me open up the drawing here. Oh, you know what? The bot updated and it shut itself off. Let me restart it. It didn't go so well. I had like 5, so when I rebuilt my account last season, I just kind of lost track of some stuff. I had like 5 monsters that were missing runes. And I mean, at the start of the season, it was like, I didn't really care because until my accounts were like fully ruined, it didn't make sense. Like I wasn't worried about it, right? But then I noticed that I was like drafting units without runes and stuff like that. He's got no buffs. I may as well do this. That resistance, that was bad. He wins now. Yeah, you got the resist and the defense breakthrough glancing. I really need to stun the Praha, but I also need to turn cycle. Can you stun? Okay. That was better RNG for me. Well, yeah, he was 15% to resist. I was 25% to stun, but I stunned twice. So, however you want to look at it. If he procs, though, he still wins. I meant if he procs on the Praha, but that's actually a big proc also. Now the Verd gets the Praha in front of the Juno, and he gets the heal, and he wins. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he got some massive RNG here. He got some massive RNG in his favor here. He had a huge proc and a huger, a bigger resist, however you want to say it. Yeah, this was. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call this a luck sack. And this wasn't a luck sack, but this was like probably 80, 75, 25 in my favor, something like that. I mean, at least. Yeah, I mean, the odds just keep shifting more in his favor. All right. I need to sleep. I didn't get it. I needed it, but I didn't get it. Really, bro? Dude, this was like just so freaking toxic. The RNG just kept cycling more and more for him. No. I think I drafted it well. That actually, as that played out, initially I said it was like 75-25. I feel like I was 85-15 on that, man. I don't think I had a single proc the entire match. And he just kept procking over and over. He got multiple key resistances. I did get the 2 stuns. And that was like it, man. The Juno AoE on the open stun nothing. I think Hagen got 1 stun. No, I think I crushed him in that draft. He just RNG'd it. Okay. Nikki's Vial. Also, max res. The Carnell never missed a provoke. Also, you have to think about draft sequencing and where I drafted the Hagang, because he first picked Nephthys and he pre-banned Oliver. So my best speed lead was gone and he first picked the Nephthys. So Hagang was definitely the pick at that spot. It's easy to go back and think about the final draft, but you still also have to think about how you got there. Bots up, Tariq. Bots up. Airguard for Rift Beast should be on triple fight. Devin, I keep telling you, Fermion is a really strong monster, man. I lost to Fermion in Siege yesterday, too. Or Tuesday. I lost to Fermion in Siege. Benjamin, I wouldn't be able to, bro. First of all, 30 re-ups is not quick. But besides that, like, I just wouldn't be able to because it wouldn't be fair on a community help stream. If you do it through a drawing, like if you win the drawing, perhaps, but... it's not recorded, unfortunately, bro. But I got wrecked. It was actually, the whole guild had trouble with it. Whole guild had trouble with that team. Nah, the Artemeal hasn't gotten fully stacked yet. Not a free win. He could, once that Artemeal's fully stacked, I mean, it's just going to keep hitting harder and harder. That right there is the problem with running Nana Beelzebub also. They can just kind of, they can farm the Nana orbs right through the Beelzebub. As soon as, and then when the Beelzebub comes back, he'll probably just proc. The bot's up. The drawing's not up yet, but the bot's up. I'm targeting Fermion because I wanted to keep his attack bar pushed back, and there wasn't really like anything else to target at the moment. It didn't make a, honestly, doesn't make a whole lot of difference what I'm targeting, right? Because he's got so much healing, so much defense buff. It doesn't really matter. So I just mostly wanted the attack bar pushback from the Dominic on the Fermion. All right, first drawing is up, guys. First drawing is up. So Carlos is an interesting monster. I don't know if I recommend him yet or not. Furin, yeah, you could use an 0 and 10, right? You can use an 0 and 10. What up, Furin? How you doing, man? Yeah, I think Carlos is going to have some interesting applications. So I haven't seen anybody mention this yet. I don't know how good it'll be, but I think putting Carlos with Water Robo or Light Robo on triple attack could be really interesting. A Swift build. So imagine Water Robo on like a 200 plus 200 Swift build, like speaking from like Guardian, like higher Guardian level, plus 200 Swift build is not nearly your best set, right? So, but whatever it is, just build him on a faster swift set than your opponents are going to take. Give him triple attack, so it's like swift fight with triple attack. Make him suicide. Carlos takes an instant turn. But I don't know if Carlos can actually do enough damage in that situation. So it needs to be tested before I know if it's any good. Other than that, right now I mostly use Carlos for arena offense. I have him on my Fat Lucian, or not my Fat Lucian set, but I have him on a Fat Lucian style set. And I use it only with Leos. So I use it like when the Leo procs the Megan attack bar boosts the Lucian kills a bunch of stuff, and then Carlos cuts to kill the Carnal or whatever the fire threat is. Alright, let's go Volantis Nikki. Well, the thing is, people don't typically target Beelzebub, and if the Carlos dies, it doesn't benefit Beelzebub at all. Beelzebub's issue is also, obviously, he's hard to draft because he's like too vulnerable to reset. I did see the thing with Shizuka Carlos. I don't personally think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it doesn't look like it's that OP. It's interesting. I mean, it's definitely a bug. It shouldn't work that way, but it doesn't look crazy OP, which is why I think there's not an emergency fix for it. It's definitely a bug, Devin. Com2us actually specifically said it's a bug. Laurel dropping the super chat saying, how's it going? Or, excuse me, super sticker. Laurel, thank you very much for the super sticker, man. Really appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. Okay, Figaro and RTA. This is interesting. Do I take a second cleanse or do I take Ongi? Do I take Nana? He doesn't have much on the way of strip. Let's just take this. Let's just take this. What up, Noah? How you doing? Hold off on entering for fear. Yeah, Ron. Actually, you can't win. You can't win 2 streams in a row, bro. We got to give more people a chance. Yeah. Siege defense with Narsha. I have to think about that one for a second. No, I didn't ruin anything for Special League. And I won't. I mean, it's pre-ban. It's the same thing as regular, so there's no reason to go through all that headache for one thing. But besides that, like, I don't... I've finished top 200 in Special League. I'm not going to make it to top 100 in this Special League especially. So there's just no value in me, there's like no value in me like really taking it that seriously. I'll still get tilted when people luck sack me, but there's not like a real value in taking it seriously or anything. Furin, I'm just going to be honest, bro. You do not have a 50% chance at G3. Remember, it's top 100, not top 300, bro. I don't see it, honestly. Yeah. Very, very generous percent there. Probably should have put up the immunity there. I should have put up the immunity. To be honest, Sam, I don't actually remember what Light Espresso does, but I don't think... the fact that I don't remember what it does, even though I have it, tells me it's probably not good for RTA. I'm sure I looked at it and was just, like, not super impressed. I think it has like that true damage thing, right? AoE defense break plus 1 turn reset. Yeah, but it doesn't strip into it. So I think it was just very unimpressive because it doesn't set itself up. Also, a one turn cooldown is not really ever going to be enough because monsters can proc right out of it. Not enough to build a team around it. It's certainly enough. It's just not enough to build a team around it because monsters can proc out of that. The S2 does well, Chung Pung takes away attack bar too, so that's different. Keep in mind, even if Chung Pung only did a 1-turn reset, that's basically a 2-turn reset because he's taking away your attack bar. And then he can actually land a 2-turn cooldown on you, so it's like it's like taking 3 turns away, where the Light Espresso is only taking 1 turn away. That's a big difference. I think in Special League it will be very good. I think, again, I don't remember the kit super well, so... But I think in Special League, it could be very good. But in RTA, it doesn't sound like it does enough to me. I mean, compare it to Veronica. Obviously, Veronica, most broken LD5 in the game, LD5 versus LD4. But think about Veronica. AoE strip into 2-turn cooldown versus what you guys are saying is like AoE defense break and a 1-turn cooldown, but lots of units do AoE defense break. So if the AoE defense break is setting up like an AoE kill, then the cooldown means nothing and there's better defense breakers. If it's setting up the cooldown, then there's better resetters. So, I don't know. Could be, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. I haven't used it. So I'm not saying it's bad. But it just doesn't blow me away as far as like, wow, that's an amazing must-build type unit. Benjamin, we'll probably do the drawing in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll do like 2 more wings, give people a chance to enter. I have no choice but to ban the Juno. If he wins this, I'm not going to be able to kill the Shizuka twice. Not before he gets a turn. Well, if he wins this, if he bans the Lima. I think he bans the Lima, because then he wins. If he doesn't ban the Lima, I have a chance. But if he bans the Lima, I lose. Hopefully he's not on stream, because he's thinking about it. Maybe he won't realize I said that. Hey, okay, I have a chance. I have a chance. Hey, you know what, let's take accuracy. Yeah, let's take accuracy. I still think he wins this. I think he has a better draft. The Dominic Lima was not a good, like, first 2 picks. It was just I was chatting and then I kind of ran out of time. So that was definitely not a good, like, first 2 picks. Put me in kind of a bad spot. Because I don't have the ability to reset the Shizuka, so that's really tough. Did the Chung? Yeah, Chung cut. Okay. Any stuns? Yeah. Let's cycle. Don't proc. Oh, even better. Okay, cool. And that's why he needed to ban the Lima. What up, Bell Pepper? How you doing, man? So Jason Wan said they're letting Tiana light espresso cookie through in drafts. Jason, I missed your message earlier, but that is kind of funny. Yeah, that's what happens when people don't know what a monster does. Honestly, like it would probably get me. It would probably get me too. Like I would be kind of confused for a moment. I'd probably be reading his skill. Like if somebody drafted him against me, I would be reading his skill. What do you keep in BJR5? I've actually done a video on that, Mario. I think we want the Verd here. This dude's definitely got a Swift Verd built. This is just screaming Swift Verd coming. So, Swift Verd is actually, with the Volantis team, Swift Verd is kind of hard because I played a cut. Like my Volantis is kind of slow and I play for a cut. So when they run the Swift Verd, they get too far ahead of me. I was actually thinking of taking the Chung, but I feel like I can counter this better if I give him the Chung. Now the Ragdoll's kind of rough. That's okay, I think we can ban the Ragdoll. Do I want Sekhmet or Nikki? Or Ongi? Or Masha? Maybe Masha, actually. Shizuka? No, I'm gonna need damage, right? I think Masha or Ongyuki. Let's go Masha. Heigang is the best Chung counter in the game, yeah. Okay, so he's banning the Masha. If I ban this... Nah, I have to give him the cut. Actually, what if I do... So he's definitely banning the Masha. So I want stuff that Oliver can hit. But if he bans the Masha, I can't kill the Juno. I just can't. I mean, I can, but I can't. He's not banning the Masha. Okay, go figure. Picking Juno into my... Well, he got me on the... Yeah, he bluffed me on the ban. Yeah, exactly, Brozar, exactly. Bell Peppers, I pulled Ongyuki about a week, 3 weeks ago. That was kind of a rip. Let's go for some stuns. No stuns. So we're 0 for 8 on stuns and 0 for 1 on a defense break. That was awesome. 0 for 8 on stuns, 0 for 1 on the defense break. That was a big stun there, though, to be fair. Oh, that resistance, though. That resistance, though. Heigang's just Despair Will, fast set, tanky. He wins, right? More cuts. Oh, that was a huge stun. Okay. So like all that bad RNG at the start, like completely turned around at the end. Like I went from like a crap ton of bad RNG to a crap ton of crazy good RNG. I feel like I should have won that fight, but after the start, I should have lost it for sure. Like after the way the fight started, I should have lost. I had to luck sack really hard, but he had to be in a lucky position for me to need to luck sack. Can you do Nana Ongyuki? So one thing I've learned about Ongyuki is that he has way too many counters. He mostly needs to be a 5th pick. I never realized how counterable he was until I had him. But I'll see if I can force it in this match. Sure. I mean, him opening Daphnis actually gives me a chance to force in something like that, maybe. Also, I don't think he's in a very good build, to be fair. I don't think this is a good build. I kept trying to push up his damage, and that's probably not right. So I haven't gotten to rebuild him. I used him only briefly at the end of last season. And I didn't have a great win rate with him, and then I stopped using him because I was falling too fast. So I haven't really gotten a chance to test him out that much, to be fair. So we've got speed lead, attack bar boost, escort, and all that fun crap. Shizuka. Enough damage if I go Praha? Probably not. Dominic? Yeah, I guess Dominic. Yeah. I don't really care. I don't think that was a good draft. I think Juno's a bad pick there. I haven't gotten a chance to test Chandra yet. He's not deviled. I've got enough to devil 2 units, so I'm trying to figure out which 2 I want to devil, because I still have 5 of the cookies are not deviled. Sonya and Chandra both just got buffs, so I have to figure out which 2 I want to devil first. Now the reset here has got to be Shizuka or Mephisto. Do I reset Shizuka or Mephisto? Or Masha. Actually, it's Masha, isn't it? Yeah, the reset is the Masha. It's a shame I don't get immunity there, but I'm not going to feed him any stuns. That's for sure. Ooh, violent, huh? Okay. Problem is, now all those stuns are out. Yeah. So he gets the Shizuka here, and I'm probably in a lot of trouble. It's an interesting draft. I knew the Juno was not a great... Actually, Juno did some work there, but still not a great pick. Should I have reset the Shizuka? No, I think it was the right play. Oh, that hurt. Is this Chandra got like a revenge passive? Because we know he's on despair, but he just revenge... Oh, never mind. What am I talking about? He's got the thing protected. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Alright, let's do this. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Dude, how is he back up on defend already? That was so fast. Chandra Mephisto, man, this is pretty toxic. Yeah, this is legit pretty toxic. Do I get the heal in time? No, I don't, huh? Okay, can we kill? Probably not, no. Does he kill? Yes, he does. He crit the fire unit. This was still really toxic though, man. That was a nice draft. That was a really nice draft. I don't know how. I don't know what Chandra's cooldown is. I thought it was like 3 turns. It felt like he was up every turn. What up, Never? How you doing, man? Whoops. Yeah, here's the Juno. Yeah, Never. I mean, Ongi, I don't know, man. Pretty much every time I drafted him my win rate with him was like 35% last season. It's too easy to counter. So 160 honestly sounds kind of slow, especially with the Nana. I'm not sure, but I don't have a lot of experience with him, like I said. No, not dramatized. I learned. I learned where not to draft him, not to spam him. I don't personally think he's that great of a pairing with Nana. From like my experience with him, it didn't feel like he was that great of a pairing, honestly. I don't know. See, now he makes sense. This is where you pull him. He's like a complete force ban here. We got partial strip there. We still have to take out the Oliver, right? So if I do this, then I have to go... I mean, he's going to ban this, right? That's actually pretty toxic. We let the Oliver through and ban the Shizuka. Or do I just ban... I ban his only sustain. Yeah, let's ban the sustain. It's also his more reliable stripper. Neither one's 100%, but the Praha's more reliable. Yeah, but honestly, Ongi is just... He's super hard countered by Oliver. He's super hard countered by Masha. He's super hard countered by anything that dots. Or anything that does really high single target damage. Watch, the Shizuka gets more strips than the freaking... well, that was enough anyway. Puts me into some trouble. Ooh, nice resist too. Did they nerf the Leica? I didn't see that. I mean, Leica's buff was huge, but I didn't see that they 24% now. Interesting. Really? You can't land a stun at any point, bro? Stun. Defense break. Yeah, Fen can't stun. Can't land a defense break at any point? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea about that. Doesn't seem to change much. You have to hit him 5 times either way. Oh, you know what it is? Actually, what that sounds like to me, I wonder if additional damage on fire bypasses passives. I wonder if it, yeah, that, I wonder if there's a chance that additional damage on fire can bypass passives. Alright, so Tariq, here's your one auto loss, guaranteed loss coming up. And then we're gonna go ahead and draft the, then we're gonna go ahead and draw the first winner. This is base speed. Yeah, this set should work. What up, Crashy? How you doing, man? Yeah. Crashy, so I was out today. I was in meetings all day right up until stream. We had WRNG, and I don't remember. I think it was one of the SWCs. But yeah, legit, I was in meetings all day. Did not get a chance to look at all. Furin's on stream, though. If Furin's still here, he can let you know. SWC 2, okay. Yeah, you could legit spam this thing. I don't see where it gets... I mean, if you didn't spam it, like if you just had it runed up for like really niche counters, I could see it maybe getting some wins, but it just doesn't feel much like it makes any sense in the meta. But you'd only take out the Juno here if you get a turn with it. And again, like it would have to be skilled up and things like that. I'm not saying it's a bad unit, it's just, if it's not skilled up, I'll pretty much never use it. Kumar is not currently ruined, but I would definitely have him on Vio Will. HP, crit damage HP, HP crit rates HP, speed crit rate HP, something like that. Just a high damage bruiser build. Way to land absolutely nothing, bro. Way to land absolutely nothing. Oh, big proc. That was a big proc right there. Yeah, not gonna lie, I thought skill 3 was a passive. Actually kind of got luck sacked here. He got a lot of big stuns. Volantis missed everything. Can't say Khan actually did anything, but I still got luck sacked. I'll give you one more, though, just to play it properly. Yeah, glancing is supposed to be 50-50. Volantis also did not have glancing on the second one. So the first time where he landed nothing, that should have been 50-50, not straight 0. But the second time he didn't have glancing, and he still landed nothing. He should outspeed. He has no strip. He may ban the Volantis, though. Can I let him have this? I mean, no matter what, he's getting something, right? This I can work down better than this. Okay, let's try that. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Glad you're able to come back to Summoner's War. Alright guys, last chance to get in on the drawing. I will be drawing after this match. I guess you guys were right. Khan must be a crazy threat. Khan must be one crazy threat when he gets banned in this situation, bro. I don't know if I want to proc a Belly. Actually, I do want to proc a Abellio. I don't want the Abellio up for the Molong. Yeah, that's better. Oh, he's got 1 HP left. That was actually kind of funny. That team is toxic, man. That's like an old school team, but that team is still toxic. Con played a major role. All right, here we go, guys. First winner is Vrozar. Vrozar. I don't see how many you had in there, but Vrozar winning the first time. Alright guys, I know a few of you, because we got started on stream a little bit late, I know a few of you probably want to get in for one more drawing. I'm going to go ahead and just reopen this right away. I'll do the second drawing. I can't promise you whether or not we're going to have a third, because we got started a little late today. But we are definitely going to have a second. So I will let you... yeah, there you go, Taylor. I banned the one I don't have, man. If you don't got it, you ban it. That's somebody said above, like, if you don't know what it's doing in the team, ban it, right? I banned the one I don't have. All right, well, this is a guaranteed loss. We can't do anything against Neftis here, but we'll go ahead and do the same draft. This is such a guaranteed loss right here, but okay. Actually, if I ban the Hey Gang, he's got to have one more stripper coming. Oh, man, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. It's not even possible, man. Not even possible. Alright, so he bans the segment. There's no way I can run a con right here. It's actually a loss no matter what because of where we were in the draft. But it's like just stupid to draft like a guaranteed loss. All right, so Vrozar, you know the deal. Message me on Discord. Tell me what you would tell me what you're looking for, and bump the login info. Vero doesn't do anything here. Got too much damage. The Vero would die. Vero counters one heavy debuffer, but not a team like this. Now a Verd counter there, and I might have had a chance. I needed the Verd counter earlier, though. That came late. However, if the Beth does not kill the rest, if the Beth kills the Beelzebub and not the rest, I might have a chance. Alright. Okay, Beelzebub got reset. I forgot about that. Yeah, I never had a chance. Never had a chance. I forgot that the Beelzebub got reset. Yeah, Tariq, I mean, I could show you enough replays to show you that that wouldn't work. Vero is not going to hold up in that situation. You also, yeah. Unfortunately, he's just not. Like, you can't be that far behind. The Nemesis won't give you the cut where you need it to cut. Because it's about the timing of the cut. Okay, I'll try Vrozar, but the thing is, once you go into RTA, it just stops running it in the background anyway. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but it's like a bug where when you're in RTA, it stops the auto farming. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it's too many dots. Vero's good against dots. He's not good against that kind of variety of debuffs. Juno's attack is low right now because she just got a new artifact, and I'm waiting for a gem. Not a new artifact. She just got a new rune. This rune's new, so I'm waiting for better grinds, and then I'm waiting for an attack gem right here because she won't keep the defense. It'll switch to attack. Okay, waiting for a code from Brozar. We'll go ahead and run out one more con loss. Yeah, so Tariq, here's the Vero. I mean, I do have Vero runed. Not super well runed, but runed. But it's just, like... It's just speaking from experience. I just, I don't trust Vero to actually cut at the right spot in that draft. He's much better as like an Asima counter than as a Nephthys counter. Nephthys with the heal blocks also means Vero's not giving your team heals. I have no idea how Vero would respond with the Beth cleanse blocker, but I assume Vero would just cleanse the cleanse blocker and not anything else, and that was awesome. That was awesome. Just crashed during the draft. Beautiful. Yeah, that might work with a Swift Verd. I don't have a Swift Verd built. No, it just keeps crashing. It just keeps crashing, Taylor. I don't know what's going on here. I'm on Vrozar's account on the other window. Okay, that's concerning. That's like the third straight time it crashed. You know what it is? I guess it's like trying to get into Special League. There must be some sort of bug where you can't reconnect to Special League right now. I think that might be it. So if it crashes this time, we'll just let it stay crashed. We'll switch over. I'm on Vrozar's account on the other side. I just wanted to reconnect into that match, but we'll give it like 5 minutes and then try again. I'm afraid to touch anything here. Okay. Must have been that. I must have taken the loss. Yeah, I took the loss. I wonder what the draft was. Some random stuff. I don't know how Tessarian winds up in that draft, honestly. Okay. Alright, last try on the con. Guys, alright, so remember I said I'm going to do one more drawing, guys. I'm going to do this next drawing early so that the winner knows to stick around because I know it's a little bit late. So, guys, if you want to jump into the drawing, this is your chance. This is your chance. We will probably do the drawing here in about 5 minutes. Like, once we jump onto Vrozar's account, we're going to do the drawing. Vrozar, bro, you can't win twice in one stream. So this guy, pre-banning Beelzebub, says he knows who my account is. That's interesting. What's more interesting is, like, if you know my account, Beelzebub is, like, the last thing that you would actually want to ban, like, compared to the other stuff. Must have seen, like, one of my videos from, like, a year ago before I had other LDs. Gonna be an Elsharian coming up, or what? Just weird. All right. Does my Triana have resistance? She does not, so we can't use Triana. I guess we could use Nana. Cadiz isn't ruined at the moment, Taylor. It's the thing. This meta is just all about speed because of Oliver. That makes it really tough to just makes it really tough to work a unit like Khan in, honestly. He certainly has his place. I mean, he could be drafted. Mimo Long never does that. Mimo Long definitely never does that. Alright, let's see the Khan solo, guys. Or, okay. Can Khan solo from here? Nope, Khan cannot solo. Benjamin, I don't know, but I would hold on to it. You could give it to me. I could use one. I'd hold on to it. I don't know if there's ever going to be a way to use two of them, but who knows what the future would hold. All right, there you go, bro. We gave him a shot. The one match we won was the one where he got banned. So to be fair, I did get luck sacked on that first match, or I would have won that one. But yeah, like I said, it's not like I think he's bad or anything. I just don't know that he fits in the current meta. Most bruisers don't fit great in this meta because everything is just about speed. Unfortunately, it's not where I want the game to be. You guys all know that, but it is where the game is right now. Until they nerf Oliver, which hopefully will come after SWC. Alright, let's jump over to Vrozar's account. I shouldn't say it's about speed. It's about, I don't know, turn. It's about taking first turn. You don't have to take. It's about being the first person to use all your units. That's the way I want to say it. It's about the first person to be. It's about being the first person to get to use all of your monster's skills, because there's cuts and there's things like that. All right, let's take a look at Vrozar's box. So we've got Jackson here. Solid build. So Jackson passive. Increases the effective attack by increasing skills. So we definitely are going to want to run him with maybe like Fang would serve some role in here. We're definitely going to want to run him with the Vertihiles, Praha, Juno, stuff like that. As far as your box goes, could we get away with first picking? Could we get away with first picking Juno? What up, Denny Ches? How you doing, man? Initial reaction is we want to first pick the Juno because I want to be able to choose between the birds. Actually, the Violent one doesn't have resistance, right? So I'll always be taking the triple revenge bird anyway. Could we first pick... So if we first pick Verd, what do we want to pre-ban? Probably more. So if we pre-ban more and first pick Verd, we can get some good synergy here. We can also just first pick Oliver. That usually is the way to go. But Oliver then requires us to run a couple of strippers, which are the Praha and the Juno, right? Okay. Yeah, so let's pre-ban the more, first pick the Oliver, and see how that goes. Nice, Cytex. Triple attack via will build, so you're just getting a lot of damage out of additionals, basically. You must have really high additional by attack, probably, so that it scales up through the true damage scales up. We have Sekhmet in here. No, she's on Vio. Okay. Does he nerf? He only nerfs cooldown. He doesn't nerf the opponent's boosting. Okay. So then let's do this with Triana. Crap, I'm not gonna find the Triana in time. Take the Ethna. Where's Triana? Because I still need her. Anybody see the Triana? Don't tell me we don't have a Triana. We might not have a Triana. That'd be unfortunate. Dude, the Jackson cycle with Ethna would be insane. Now that I think about it, that would be an insane. Let's just try it. This should cycle like an rip. Okay. Can we kill here? I think we can kill. I still think we can kill. I would have really liked the Triana, to be fair. That was nice. Oh, that was an unfortunate counter. Oh, very unfortunate counter. That was the Jackson and the Oliver S2 is really nice though. He got so much attack bar back off that S2. That's kind of insane, actually. Jax, there's a drawing open right now. I'm gonna draw it in just a moment here. Oh. Is this thing on triple revenge? Should not be revenging this one. It's like triple, like Vile revenge Riley, that makes sense, but triple revenge Riley does not. Maybe, I mean, maybe it was just getting crazy lucky. I don't know. 900 damage. That was impressive, Jackson. Okay, does not want Leo. What is he playing where he doesn't want Leo? Probably like a Miles? Okay, tell me there's a Triana in this box, bro. Tell me I just missed the Triana. You've got to have a Triana. How do you not have a Triana? All right, bros, our first piece of advice, get a Triana. First piece of advice, get a Triana. Do we have anything else in a Swift build? I need a second Swift threat here because the Ethna's usually not enough by herself. So we could do a Bellio. I don't know about Antares right there, bro. You're just praying to the RNG gods at that point. He should have gone with the Jemire S2 right there. I guess he wanted more shield. Kind of makes sense, actually. Now I'll go S2. Yeah, I take it back. No, he played it right. He played it right. Alright, the auto played it right. Nah, he's not on auto because he thought about that for a long time. He took a while before he decided to use the Jemire S3, but I think that was actually the right play. I was wrong. He made the right play there. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick restroom break. Should be real quick, and then we are going to draw the final drawing. So guys, last chance to get it. Well, I can't say it's the final. I don't know if we'll have to, we might have time for 3. Like if we're just playing Special League on people's accounts, we'll probably have time for 3. If we're actually doing builds and stuff, it might be 2. Either way, drawing is open, and we'll be back in less than a minute, and we're going to make that drawing. So make sure you get your entries in right now, and I will be right back, guys. All right, and we're back. All right, guys, next drawing is Benjamin Potterfield. The drawing you won before was the account service, so I guess you were eligible. Okay. Benjamin Potterfield on fire with the drawings right now. Congratulations, Benjamin. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to do a couple more wings. Yeah, Rosa, I forget to do this one every time also, so I just thought I would throw that out there. Did she nullify all of them? Yeah, guys, if you forget to do that one, like I do, constantly, there's your reminder. Go ahead and do that. Actually, let me check my account. Do I need to do that one? No, I'm good right now. Okay. All right, guys, we are fighting Louis Vuitton. So you want to rename Vrozar's account to, like, Dolce & Gabbana? That would actually be kind of funny. Could you imagine seeing, like, a Kenji SW video, Dolce & Gabbana fighting Louis Vuitton? That would not be funny. I know, that would not be funny. that would be nothing. That would be nothing. Over, that's good. I'd say most of them are pretty good for RTA. We're just missing stuff. So he has no strip. If we just don't take the speed lead, so we give him speed lead because he'll take turn 1, he'll cycle in front, but he gets immunity either way. But we've got strip. So would this be the play? I guess we ban the Vertihile so that we don't have to worry about a revenge, and then we take like the Praha resistance lead. That feels like the play to me. Then we just try and reset these two. Or send, well, wow, he gave us the Jackson. Okay, never mind. What up, Pippin? How you doing, man? Alright, well the Chung pushback is less effective against the Jackson, so CR is clearly our first target. Either way. Oh, that's bad. I feel like I luck sacked this. I'm not gonna lie. The Chung was the ban there. Somehow in my head I got screwed up. Like, yeah, something just got screwed up in my head. The Chung was the ban there because that was the strip. And then at the last second I was just like, let's ban the Vertihile for the revenge purpose. But yeah, Chung was the ban there. And then I just luck sacked. That's all there was to that one. That was just a luck sack. I mean, we may still win that one on rune quality. I don't know. Where's the more? Here we go. May still win that one on rune quality, but the match itself, yeah, I just luck sacked that one. I did think he would ban the Jackson. So I thought I would get the Oliver and be able to do resets. Yeah, no, I luck sacked with like the cutting of the Chung, is what I'm at. It's an interesting team. I think we get the Juno. I mean, I feel like he should ban the Jackson, right? Does he have enough damage here? He doesn't have strip. Oh, he's got strip with the Chung. Or attack buff. Actually, what if we do this? He gets double defense breaks to set up the Jaeger. I think we can cycle on the Jaeger. Okay. 55 accuracy, 24 crit rate. Accuracy here is max, so the crit rate's likely to be the bigger benefit. Crit rate's not max there. Obviously won't be max here. I like the Bulwark with the accuracy. I like the Juno with the accuracy. But these three, at least two of those units are not built on res, so probably giving Jackson the crit rate makes more sense. Lao, I do not know, but I feel like she never has been. I feel like people would have commented on that if she had been. I'm not sure, though. I might have just missed the comments. Eric, or Enoch, excuse me. Enoch, congratulations on pulling the segment, man. Generally speaking, I would wait until you double her. There's some situations where, like, if you reset her, you know the fight's going to be over in a couple of turns one way or another. But outside of those situations, yeah, I mean... Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Oh, nice. Okay. See, he screwed up there. He just fed me. He actually should not have done that. Well, he's on auto. That's why. Yeah. Dude, 2300's on the Juno. Very nice, man. Well, it wasn't with attack buff, though. Actually, yeah. Oh, that was a big stun. Yeah, to run these Oracle style teams, definitely artifacts needs to be a focus because you got crazy runes. But all this damage here would be coming from the, how much, I'm just curious, 1100. All this damage here would be coming from artifacts. Strip into stun, Cytex. He got one strip into stun. He also prevented the... well, that would have been the same. Yeah, just the strip into stun, that was pretty much it. Attribute neutrality, I guess. Oh, never mind. He, well... No, so the question was, did he do anything Fire Vanilla wouldn't have done? He gave the Juno 45% attack bar versus the Fire Vanilla's 39. I don't know how much that truly mattered. But, I mean, he did technically give the Juno more. It's 50% boost versus 30. And then he gave the allies a 10% attack bar increase when the Chung did his pushback. That was pretty much it. I mean, Fire Vanilla... Fire Vanilla is a unit that I plan on messing with. I don't play enough attack bar boosting units. I don't think I'll benefit from her that much. But I do want to mess with her a little bit just to figure it out. Figure out if she makes any sense for me or not. See, this is where we're going to be hurting, though. Without the artifact damage from the Praha, we're going to have some trouble here. I really want to ban this Molly, but we have a little sustain. We got all the water here. I agree, Rahul. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm struggling to put damage into these teams right now. I'm struggling to put damage into these drafts right now, I should say. Oh, that's very cool of you, man. Dude, see, I make this mistake sometimes also. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's easy to make this mistake, but for what it's worth, you don't want to buff with Fang into a Shizuka. Is Shizuka ahead? With the speed buff, Shizuka's got to be ahead, so I don't care if I wake them up. Wait, Shizuka? How is Shizuka not ahead? How is Shizuka not ahead there with the speed buff? That was a rip. Alright, well, she's stunned. Oh, clutch res. So I'm gonna proc right here. I knew it. Actually, I feel like... Is the Praha not unskilled, or did I just lose count? I might have just lost count, to be fair. Might have just lost count of the cooldown. Thought Praha should have been up, though. Praha's unskilled. Okay, we need to stop drafting the Praha. Oh, man. I was like, how is Praha not up there? I don't know how I actually get enough damage out to get past this Molly. Because there's no heal block either. I knew he was going to cycle there. It's kind of fair. I had some procs. Oh, he got the strip. If he gets the kill, it's over. Oh, no. We survived? Okay. Probably should have just gone with the Shizuka instead. Alright. What up, Potato? How you doing, man? Really? Really? Just gonna delete my Shizuka like that, huh? I know that feeling well, Brozar. I know that feeling well. Alright, it's all good, man, but you should have warned me. You should have warned me, like, if a unit's unskilled, that changes that a lot. Alright, well, Jonah's the ban on my account, not on yours. Alright, Juno's skilled at least, right? Yeah, oh, Juno's not skilled. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Gonna be hard to... Potatoes, so I was in meetings all day right to stream, so I benched today. Praha can't cycle herself when she wasn't skilled, bro. But there's I don't agree with the always statement. There's a lot of times where it's better to cycle the Shizuka, but especially when there's a Masha on the field or other units that can protect themselves from Shizuka, I don't think that it's an always thing. There's very few things in this game that are always, honestly. A lot of things can be situational. Cool. All right, so we're gonna do, we'll do wings on, okay guys, first of all, Benjamin made a very generous offer. He said he wants to do, less time so that we can have one more drawing. So we're gonna go ahead and honor that. We're gonna open up one more drawing. We're gonna do a few more wings on Brozar's account, and then we'll make the decision there. Bro, you said you wanted less time, and then I just looked at your list. Let's see. So typically this would be 10, 30, 50. You sent me about 2 hours worth of requests. Literally, you sent me like 2 hours worth of requests and said you want to spend less time. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we'll take a look at it and see if we can do some of that stuff a little bit more quickly. Please tell me he's got minus water. He does not have minus water. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. Nah, seriously, man, I'm just messing with you. Don't worry about it. Man, this Antares is just popping off. Is he vile? Can we proc? I don't know. This Antares literally goes... Dude, this Antares literally is going 1 for 1. I take a turn, Antares takes a turn. I take a turn, Antares takes a turn. This is kind of crazy. Oh, and the despair stun. Okay. There's matches. I've said this many times before. There are matches. There are matches where Come to Us just decides before you go into the match that you're going to lose no matter what happens. I don't know if we should have won that match or not. I'd have to look back at the draft, but I do know that Come to Us had guaranteed we were going to lose that match. There's just some matches where there's like, I swear there's just an RNG generator that just says you will lose no matter what. That was one of those matches. How do you hit Vigor Lulu Kinky? The counter that comes to mind off the top of my head would be if you have Trasar, you could double rocket. I know there's other counters. It's been a long time since I've seen that defense. So the one that's coming to mind off the top of my head is the double rock. Wind Barbarian, Light Barbarian, Lulu. So the Vigor going into the Light Barbarian King? Ban the Miles here, he's kind of low on damage, right? He's got some. But he's got to go, like we've got the Diana cut, we've got the Jackson, we've got the Bulwark. Depends on what the Ethna goes into. There's nothing here the Ethna's going to get under 50%, right? There's nothing here the Ethna's going to get the guaranteed stun on. She can still stun, but her activation rate's 30%. I think it's 53 skill up. So it's like a 50-50 on the stun here. Oh, crap. I didn't realize I didn't choose that. Okay. So we lost some accuracy. Hopefully that doesn't play a role. Pontos is probably max res, so the accuracy lead would have been really helpful. Gets the stun on the Diana. That could be impactful. Ooh, we got in front. We got in front of the Pontos anyway. He already used his crap, right? Let's go for the Pontos instead. Dude, that was so unnecessary. Why you got a proc on me? Is he gonna S2? Nah, he goes, okay, that's the correct play. Let's do this. Give me this also. Nope, okay. All she has a, no, the Tableau has his S2. I need the immunity. He's got his S2 back though because of the procs. S1, yeah, he gets the kill, right? He gets the kill. Yeah. Do we have enough damage now? I don't think we do, because the Jackson has no damage. Also, the Ethna's got her S3 back up. I don't actually want to feed her more buffs to steal. She's going to go into the Jackson anyway, but why give her the immunity with it? She just steals it. He won this match on the Wusa proc though. If Wusa doesn't oh wait, maybe he didn't win yet. He didn't win yet. Oh, come on, Jackson. You can't kill from there? Seriously, bro? You couldn't get a kill from right there, Jackson. Really, bro? And he procs again with the Wusa. Yep. Wow, squishy, and he procs again, and he procs again. All right. All right, so one huge takeaway here, bros. Our two takeaways so far. First of all, definitely add Triana to your box. Second is Jackson needs to be able to do some damage. Third is work on the artifacts. And I get you said you're working 7 days a week. You can only do what you can do, right? Like, understand if you don't have time to farm, but your farming focus needs to be all artifacts all the time right now. So, because I'm struggling to get damage into these teams. How do you build damage on Jackson? Additionals? Yeah, like get all of this should be additionals. All of this should be additionals. I mean, you could at least be doing 2,000-3,000 extra damage a hit with some additionals. I don't think this 86 accuracy is... I think this is, like, completely wasted also. Like, yeah, he can stun on skill 2, and he can strip on skill 2, but that's not... Like, I would never build Miles on a max accuracy thing either. I think, like, 30 accuracy is enough. So there's like 50% accuracy in there that could be switched over to crit rate. I don't know where it's coming from, but yeah, like this rune right here, if you added 23 crit rate or better, or a massive chunk of attack or something like that. So I would drop his accuracy by like 40 or 50, especially because he has the accuracy lead, right? So that should be like your target. There's no reason to have him over 30 accuracy because you're going to take the accuracy lead with him at least a percentage of the time anyway. And he's not 100% activation rate on the stun. So it's, you know, for me that's a big thing. Like if a unit's 100% activation rate on a really impactful skill, that's when you need max accuracy. But when they're not 100% activation rate or when they multi-hit, I mean, there's some exceptions. He's one of those, without being 100% activation rate, I'd rather see him do more damage. Because most of the things that you're facing are not max res. And you generally know the things that are going to be max res anyway, and you can work around those to a certain extent. Let's do this. But yeah, so artifacts for Jackson, get him some additional damage. Switch off some of the accuracy for crit rate so that he can do a little bit more damage. And that's probably the one place I would go. The other thing is work on skill ups. Obviously, devils are a limited commodity, but anything in your RTA box should definitely be skilled up as well as you're able to do. Like Praha honestly should not be in your box at all without devils. The Juno, to me, this is really iffy. Like that's 20% of activation, I think, or 10. Is it 10 or 10? I'm not sure if it's 10 or 20%, but the Juno is iffy, but the Praha 100% shouldn't be there. Triana should be added in. What else? The tuning all feels fine. The tuning all feels fine. You do need one more unit that can do damage. And I remember we went through this last time. You just lack damage dealing units. Maybe out of Vigor, but see, I mean, you get the Theo for water damage. You need to just, I'll take a quick look through your box. We need like one fire unit. You've got the Tessarian. We probably just need at least one wind unit that can do damage. That's probably the biggest thing. Okay, does Jackson... Yeah, Jackson makes sense here because Jackson would feed off of... Let me see, wait. Oh, he doesn't feed off the Tian Lang. I had that backwards. Okay. Actually, maybe a crit damage Triana. You have the runes to pull that off, and that might kill two birds with one stone. Thing is, the crit damage Triana was never like super viable because of... the crit damage Triana was never super viable because of Daphnis. So you always wanted her runed like in the super tank build. But now that Daphnis can defense break on his own... Now that Daphnis can defense break on his own, I'm thinking it may actually make sense to do just like crit damage Triana, honestly. Oh, that's a squishy cocky. That sounded bad, but it is what it is. It's a squishy cocky. This guy's riding Tian Lang into a fighter, basically. Well, now it's just dead. Now it's just dead. Alright, so let's take a look at your box. What was, oh, well, I shouldn't have restarted that. What was our actual record? 7-4. 7-4 is not terrible considering I was just testing stuff out. I mean, obviously it's coming through Challenger, right? But we moved up into Fighter. We moved up into top 30,000. So top 30,000 is like C2, I think. Or is it C1? Top 30,000 is C1. You were ranked 15,000 last season. But that's not bad on 11 wings to move to top 30,000. Alright. So we need one more wind damage dealer. I actually think the crit damage Triana might be the way to go. Oh, never mind. Roid. Yeah, get the Roid in your box. Roid is sneaky good. Also, you need Mephisto in your box. Is he devil? Well, actually, Mephisto is one of the few units you can get away without deviling. Yeah, I like the Roid and the Mephisto. I would add those two to your box, along with the Triana, of course. I don't know how deep your runes go. I know they're really strong at the top end. Yeah, actually, we did that stream where we ran the Teshar, right? I do feel like, same thing. I feel like Teshar kind of needs to be deviled, and he's not going to be a priority. But you can run him undeviled. So you run the Teshar on Swift, and he can do strip into stun. The thing is, Vrozar is going to move up in the ranks. Like, the Teshar gimmick is really good until you reach a point where people have will runes. Once they have will runes, it's tough. But with that said, I kept saying we need a second Swift threat, right? So actually, yes, I do think Teshar is the play. Good call, Tariq. Now that I'm thinking it all the way through, I think Teshar is the play. I would put your second best Swift on Teshar, because Teshar's got actually a more reliable stun than Ethna. It's a strip into stun, and it's slightly more reliable. His problem, of course, is the base stats, right? Like, the attack is crazy, but the HP is non-existent. But Ethna's base HP is only like 800 higher anyway. Pretty similar speeds. Yeah, Teshar strips on skill 2. I'm gonna run, okay, we're gonna switch over to Benjamin's account, but I'm gonna run one on my account just to show you guys how the Teshar works, because he is actually a really nice unit. He is actually a really nice unit. I don't know if this will work. I think I dropped a lot while I was messing around, right? So since I dropped a lot, it might work. It might. Let's see. Where's the Teshar? Here he is. Okay, you can log in now, Browser. What I'll do, so what I'm thinking, Benjamin, is I'll take a look at each thing. I won't actually do this stuff, but I'll just make recommendations. That way we might be able to go through stuff more quickly. But I'll take a look at your Tricaru. I just won't be running the builds. All right. Yeah, we dropped a lot. Maybe it can work. Maybe it can work. This would not be very reliable, like if we're still in the top 500. We'll see. Alright, what do we want? Let's ban the Nana. Because Nana's typically on will runes. So the point here is to use something that will consistently outspeed things like Chungs and Nefties and things like that. So this Teshar might be a little bit slow because I didn't give him like the fastest build, but he's still 228. I mean, that can outspeed a lot of stuff. Like, he used the Moor here. The Teshar still outspeeds the Moor. Honestly, the Teshar still outspeeds this Moor. So unless he runs like a Swift threat with it, I can drop the Teshar as like almost a force ban here. I'm hoping he lets the Teshar through, but I can drop the Teshar as a force ban. So if I do this, does he just ban Volantis and win? I think he does. I do need a second stripper. Can't be the Lima, can't be the Juno. Hagang is not going to do enough damage for us. I guess it's got to be Chung, right? I don't feel like Chung does enough damage here either. The Teshar does not fit great right here. The Teshar just does not fit great, but that's fine. He should let the Teshar through. He should ban the Volantis here, right? He should. Yeah, he bans the Volantis. So the point of this was really just to demo what Teshar can do on turn 1. This was not the right draft for Teshar, but we don't care. It's just to show what Teshar can do on turn 1. So of course, watch, he's going to get resisted now. He's going to get resisted, he's going to glance on the Verd, and the Verd's going to counter. Alright. It's more the Diana that we want to stun, so we do this. We get the strip into the stun, 12k damage, stun the Diana. And actually, this might even work. Almost. Can we get a reset? We can. Cool. Oh, that was such a big stun right there. That was such a big stun right there. Kill Chung or Teshar? Is he gonna leave the Teshar? He leaves the Teshar, nice. Kind of not what we wanted the stun right there, but that's fine. There you go, guys. That's a Teshar flex right there, man. That was a Teshar flex when he was completely just forced into the draft. Did not even make sense there, and he still dominated. That was like a true Teshar showcase too. Like hot swap some runes onto Teshar and just let him dominate, right? So I think like if you look right here too, so Daphnis in this build, Daphnis is 308. Daphnis is 308, Teshar is 328. That's such a huge difference. Like Daphnis does not work there, right? If we look at that draft, if I just drafted the Daphnis, oh, Daphnis probably gets outsped, I think. And even if he doesn't get outsped, he gets resisted. But yeah, he's got the speed lead. I don't think Daphnis outspeeds. Where's the attack bars? So Daphnis at 308. Alright, to be fair, Daphnis probably outspeeds here also. I'll be fair. Daphnis probably outspeeds here also, but I don't think my Daphnis can kill this Diana. He does about 35 plus the 30%. He might if he passes both resistance checks. He might. Whereas the Teshar gives me the stun on the Diana, could have also stunned the Masha, could have stunned a Swiftmore. I mean, you know, different uses, different uses. I'm not saying Teshar is the best unit in the game, but especially if you don't have Daphnis, for somebody like Vrozar, being able to throw, you know, when I say somebody like Vrozar, like an account like Vrozar where you've got great runes, but you don't have a deep monster box, being able to throw a really fast Swift set onto Teshar and use that to disrupt the enemy is kind of a big deal. So there we go. All right, we are going to log into Benjamin's account now. We're going to get bot checked on Benjamin's account. Which ones are chimneys? Hopefully just those two. Nope. More chimneys? I can't see, man. I can't see. It's like really jacked up. I don't want to show you guys the screen, but it's like cropped off. Like there's a CAPTCHA here, but the CAPTCHA is not letting me click the whole thing. All right. Now I need bicycles, but it's all motorcycles. That doesn't make sense. Okay, now I need traffic lights. God, I hate these CAPTCHAs. Hey, all right. It finally accepts that I'm not a robot. Banana Kel will do the last drawing here in about 13 minutes. We'll do it right at 9:30. I mean, to be fair, Rahul, I've seen a dismounted Beast Rider one-shot a Carnal. But yeah, Teshari's paper. I agree with you. Teshari's paper, I don't want to say he's a gimmick, but he's there to give you disruption on turn 1. You expect the Teshar to die. The whole point is, when you draft him, you expect that your other 3 units can win 3 before if the opponent does not get to control you. That's where you draft Teshar. You expect that you're going to lose the Teshar on turn 1, but that him getting out a couple of stuns will allow you to take control of the match. All right, so here we go, guys. We've got a few different things Benjamin would like us to look at. He doesn't want us to make any changes because he wants it to be relatively quick, but he wants us to look at a few different things. So the first thing we're going to look at is his Tricaru. So we're going to look at is why is this display kind of wonky? Window's a little too big. There we go. There we go. All right, so the first thing he wants us to look at is his Tricaru. So we're going to come in here and take a look at the monsters. Okay, Vertihile. Vertihile's got a little bit of co-op damage there. Damage on fire. Okay, so first thing, keep in mind, Vertihile is your primary damage dealer on this team, so his artifacts actually have a pretty big impact. Even if you only had like 500 damage a hit, Vertihile is hitting so many times. So I would, I've done videos on how to optimize artifacts, and I'm not going to pull your JSON. What I'm going to do is show you how to optimize. I guess that's what we're going to do. We'll show you how to optimize on my account so that I can kind of demo it, and then I would recommend you do this same thing on your own account. That's what we're going to do. So in order to optimize the Vertihile, yeah, this is good for people on stream too if they haven't seen it. In order to optimize the Vertihile, you're going to throw in, honestly, this top section doesn't matter much. So we're assuming you've already built your Vertihile. You've already built your Vertihile, you've already applied the runes, which is the case of your account. What we're going to do from here, you want to just clear out all this top stuff up here. Doesn't matter. And then right here, we want to say include monsters, and we're going to go force include. So we force include our Vertihile right here. We come down here and we clear out all of this stuff, but we check use locked artifacts. So from that point, you can see there's only 28,000 builds. It's basically running the artifact optimization, but it's including only the runes on our build. So it's just going to tell us which artifacts hit the hardest. Then from here, we do plus 15. We configure damage options. So in this case, what we care about is the Vampire Bat, the skill 1, because that's what hits the most. That's what you hit with on all the team-ups. That's a single target ability. We want to use buildings, but not Guild War buildings. We use defense break. There's no attack, defense, speed, or brand buffs. As far as lead goes, we're going to have a 28% speed leader. And we are going to be looking at Dragons B12. Bronson says not again. Is there a problem with stream or something? No? I got good connection. All right, so for HP percent, I recommend just leaving this empty, but if you do want to use anything, then you would put 50. What the HP percent is checking is crit damage up as the enemy's condition is good or bad, and on average, the enemy will be at 50 because you're hitting him all throughout his way down. But the only problem with that is the waves are not all going to average out at 50. So if you put in the 50, you're really calculating just for the boss. I leave that one blank. Obviously, we're going to put the enemy's element to fire. And then we're going to do, there's just one more thing in here that we need to do, which is to grab our totem right up here. It's a 15% totem. And we want to display results with guild skills. So this is exactly how our Vertihile is going to hit. Go ahead and optimize. It comes out just like that because there's only 28,000 builds. Sort by damage. And you can see right here, this is the best artifacts for my Verd. In this case, I have a 20% damage on fire. Is this actually the correct Verd? Looks like my Verd wasn't optimized. Wow. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just throw these artifacts. That must be a new artifact. I hadn't optimized my Vertihile in quite a while, so we're actually gonna throw this. Since we did it, we may as well go ahead and throw these onto my Verd as well. All right, let's bring mine up. Here's down. The other thing too is my Verd may have been optimized for PC 10 previously, and now I use a different thing in PC 10. So we're gonna go right here, damage on fire. It's on my bulldozer, that's why. Never mind, it's on my bulldozer. Yeah, we're not gonna take that off dozer. That's probably there for siege. And then the other artifact is also on a unit I care about. Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to put those on my Vertihile after all. But, but you can see that is how you find your highest damage. And you probably never would have looked to defense flat. But the 20% damage is pretty significant, right? Now, let's say those artifacts are on a unit you care about, like in my case. We can scroll down one right here, and we see Bulldozer Julie, and then we see Bulldozer Hemos. So the one on Hemos is actually an upgrade for my Vertihile. But you get the idea. I think one other thing is I forgot to put, it's an attack together ability. I was wondering why that didn't come up. So this is important. I did forget to put attack together. Let's go ahead and apply that and rerun it. Let's see if we come up with the same output. Now the one on Vertihile is first, actually, so he was optimized. And down here we've got A-Star, Rout, Beelzebub, Ling Ling. Those are all dungeon monsters. And so then this would actually be my best one. This would be the one that I could upgrade the Vertihile with, would be by putting it on the, it's actually an artifact on another Vertihile. That's a solo R5 Vertihile, but you get the idea. So that's how you would optimize the Vertihile. And again, I do have a video out on that one, so feel free to go check the video and kind of watch that whole thing come through. Watch the whole process through in more detail. All right, now as far as other areas that we can improve your damage, let's take a look. Shh, crit damage. Crit damage Ikaru, very nice. So, because this is a freaking crit damage Ikaru, run him through the optimizer as well. Make sure that you're optimizing these artifacts. That's actually insane, man. Nice Ikaru right there. Nice Ikaru. All right, this one, another crit damage Ikaru, also kind of insane. We're a little bit lower on crit rate here, so in this case, I don't know if you use these guys in PC 10 or not. If you don't, you could theoretically just switch. You have enough damage output that I think you can get away with like switching this speed out for something else. But then again, this rune is actually pretty nuts. I don't see what else you would change. Right here, though, I would regem this accuracy into probably just higher accuracy. So that's a gem just waiting to happen right there. But yeah, generally speaking, like this speed could probably become crit damage. This speed could become attack percent. So it's a lot of gems, man. Basically, yeah, you've got some pretty insane builds. I think what you mostly need to do is just go through, update your gems and grinds, update your artifacts. I would not recommend, and then this one's got nice accuracy, I would not recommend deviling the other ones. I haven't noticed really any difference when I deviled my Ikaru. So just also looking from the rune quality that you're putting out, I think you may have the ability to build other teams like the Tricaru A-Star team. I think there's a double Ikaru, double A-Star team. I have not built it myself, but say Shizo has a video on it. That one's 30 seconds. I think you have the rune. I think you have the rune quality for it. Like if you can do those crit damage builds, you probably have the rune quality to do the double A-Star build. So that might be another thing you could look up is check say Shizo's video. So that would be the review on the Tricaru. Now next thing up on the list is arena defense suggestions. So let's come over here. All right, first of all, this is the best defense in the game. I think I would probably just leave this alone, man. It's freaking OP. So Taylor, I mean, the fight. So I've tested some different builds. Honestly, as far as the Ikaru teams go, I've run crit damage Ikaru, I've run fight Ikaru, and it was virtually the exact same time. There was like no improvement from one to the other. Where it does help is if you run one of your Ikaru on solo R5. So I run fight rune Ikaru because I run an Ikaru on solo R5. But for the actual like PC 10 and for the like the Dragon's B12 and even for Necro, it made no difference between crit damage or fight runes because the Ikaru make up the damage the Vertihile loses. Kind of goes back and forth. But yeah, I mean, I think the fight runes do help you if you're running one of your Ikaru in other dungeons. That's why I run the fight runes, is because I run the Ikaru in multiple dungeons. Alright, so for arena defense, sadly Ragdoll is not OP on arena defense. He's just too much of a cleave threat. The third one did not have crit down. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, you know what? Okay, Taylor's got a good point. Benjamin, for your third Ikaru, if you can put him on fight runes, double fight will. What specifically double fight will? Because then that's going to make him viable for solo R5 without needing a Freya. So double fight will or fight determination will, either way. Obviously, if you have determination runes, it eases up the defense requirement on the 2 crit damage Ikaru. So I agree. I actually agree. Taylor's right. We should probably, I should probably recommend that you put some fight runes on the third Ikaru. All right, defenses here. So we have the Miles, we have the Nanas. Let me check your LDs. I know we have the Ragdoll. Double Halfus. This is the only one of the light cookies I didn't get. I don't actually know what she does or if she's any good. You got the Huadam. Huadam's not going to do much. I think Halfus is really obnoxious. Now, one thing about Halfus is people prepare for Halfus because he's actually on a lot of defenses. I feel like Vanessa's been really good on arena defense since her buff. I don't think she's going to stay good. I don't know if she's going to stay good, but if you can run a speed threat with her, I've been kind of digging the Vanessa, Triton, Carnal combo. So if you have Triton, that gives, or Wunsa, either one, but Triton's better because he doesn't have a qualifier. No Triton. Gianna. Actually, Gianna is probably not as big of a threat, unfortunately, because of the base speed. Triton is OP right there because of his base speed. The Moore gives you an interrupt. I mean, Moore would probably be your next best bet behind the Moore would probably be your next best bet behind the Triton, but he's not really my first choice. Let's see. Remove beneficial effects on enemies. Clara, but same thing, kind of 103 base, not ideal. Yogan's 105 base. 103 base also, right? 105 or no, 102, excuse me. Yogan's 102 base. Nora is just obnoxious, right? Yeah, it's really just, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I feel like there's one more stripper that has a really high base speed. Not Triton level, but high. I know the Kraka's 104. I just can't remember it right now. If anybody can tell me the one I'm forgetting, I think there's one more stripper with a high base speed. Laura. Never mind, it's Laura. Yeah, it's Laura. Okay, that's the one I was trying to remember. Yeah. And Laura wouldn't do us any good here anyway. Varisa should be like 105, right? I think Varisa's the one I was thinking of that's 105. But she doesn't have any attack bar manipulation, so the more would be better for you there. It's... yeah, he's got Gianna Ragdoll. Neither of them... Mosquito, sorry guys. The Gianna Ragdoll, obviously, like, two of the best RTA, but not so much for siege defense. Or for arena defense. I mean, basically, generally speaking, what you want off your arena defense is something that people don't want to attack. And then, ideally, we need some sort of strip to set up the Carnal for control. The Vanessa gives us a little dirt protection with the speed lead. Ronnie, my thought process, I have not tested Zen yet. My thought process is that Zen might still be lacking just a little bit. He's definitely a lot closer. He's definitely a lot closer. I don't know if he's good yet or not, though. I feel like maybe he's just lacking just a little bit. Draco? Could we get away with a Draco? 106 base. No, it's too much fire. It's too much fire also. Man, that's a rip not because you have the key units, but you just don't have that. You just don't have one of the key units. We can't really run the Tiana. Ethna's too manipulatable. See, Halphus Draco, you could just cut that though. It doesn't really matter if the Draco goes first. You could do like a Halphus Wadam Kinky, even Iona maybe would be super obnoxious. Yeah, I don't think we can do. So there's basically three types of defenses, right? There's a defense that people don't want to attack. There's a defense that people can that can get you wins, and then there's a defense that does both. The Triton, I feel like right now is probably the key to the defense that does both, and lacking him, I don't really see any alternatives. Now the other thing is, it's really tough to prevent people from. How do we say this? It's tough. Like if you just run a Carnal lead, people are gonna want to farm it. So I don't feel like we can just run the Carnal lead. So I feel like the Vanessa. That's why Vanessa's just kind of important right now. You could run the Oliver, but Oliver just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I feel like if we run the Vanessa, Halphus. Do you have Molly? You've got a lot of LD4, so I don't see Molly though. Maybe Lume. You know what? That could have some potential. Vanessa, Halphus, Lume. What would we do with this? We need something that's going to provide some sustain. Actually, now what about Halphus, Lume, Ragdoll? And then something that provides some sustain. Wusa, maybe. Obviously the Juno would probably be really good. Not sustained, but Juno could be good here. But what if we did like Halphus, Lume, Juno? Iris is interesting. Iris is interesting. Was there an Iris here? Because that does give us strip into sustain. Abellio is also interesting, and I think I saw an Abellio. I don't remember seeing the Iris, but I saw the Abellio, I think. No, it was Ariel I saw. I saw Ariel. What about Ariel here? Do we have enough damage in this team? This is freaking obnoxious, isn't it? So you run the Lume on Swift, but do you have enough damage here? I don't know if you actually have enough damage, but man, this does look obnoxious. Like, you can't Poseidon it. Bombing it is risky, especially if it's a Swift Lume. You can't Lucian it. I kind of feel like this is pretty obnoxious, bro. I kind of feel like this is pretty obnoxious. This is how would I hit this defense? How would I hit this defense? I think I have all these units ruined. Lume is only 102, and it's a 24 speed lead. You can outspeed it, but the Halphus prevents a lot of the common cleave teams. Let me see if I can throw this defense up. I think everything is ruined. It's not like tuned. It's not built properly, right? But it is ruined. Oh, except the aerial's not ruined. I need an aerial replacement. Triana maybe? I've got a solid crit damage Triana built right now. Let's just use Triana just because I don't have anything else ruined. The Lume runes I can't show you guys because she's on siege defense. But just know that she's ruined pretty well. That's not the right one. That one is. Okay, you know what? Actually, we could use Lima here. I know Lima's LD5, but honestly, for purposes of this defense, the Lima and the Aerial are kind of similar. Lima's going to give us more damage output, but as far as like her ability to be anti-cleave, they're kind of similar. Because she can cleanse everything, Aerial turns it all into regen, she gives regen, same thing. What was the other two? It was Halphus, Lume. What was the last one? I can just look at the other window, can't I? Juno. Okay. I feel like a lot of people would just attack this with their normal teams and get wrecked. That's kind of what it feels like. Oh, that's kind of cool. I get to use both the Guardian skins there. Alright. How to build aerial for arena defense. Violent Nemesis, triple HP, max resistance. Oops. Yeah, let's go attack someone else's defense. Now let's test mine. Alright, so I would not Poseidon this, I would not Chung this. I feel like the most likely thing I would do is try and bomb it. In this case, I'm pretty sure my Lume outspeeds me. I don't know if that disrupts me or not, but I'm pretty sure the Lume outspeeds me. It does. What do I do here now? Yeah, I lost already. Right? We gotta do this, but we don't have attack buffs. Get some heal block. There wasn't even any like really bad RNG here. This was a pretty straight up legit loss. Yeah, so that's what I would do. Swift Lume. Yeah, now see, like this one, the Lume derped, but that's going to happen with all defenses, right? And even then, look at that. So even with the derp, right, I'm still kind of in trouble. If the Juno doesn't derp right there, I'm in a lot of trouble. And there's certainly, don't get me wrong, there's other ways to attack this. There's no defense that's actually perfect. There's no defense that's gonna survive everything, but in this case we win because of the derps. But that seems all right. Seems all right. And then if it doesn't work, change out the aerial maybe for something a little bit more threatening. So with the Lume, I would go on a swift damage build. Mine is not a swift damage build also. Mine's a different build. But I would do this on a swift damage build. Crit damage Halphus, by the way. I've been getting wrecked by some crit damage Halphi. I think that's the plural, but whatever. Halphus can actually do some pretty legit damage. What this defense lacks is a lot of defense breaks. So the Lume is your only defense breaker. There's no AoE. I think if the aerial doesn't work, actually maybe even if the aerial does. Yeah, no. The two that I would try out, Anavel. Actually, Anavel would be really interesting here. I might go with Anavel over Aerial. So, in this spot right here, I think you can try out Anavel. I think you can try out Aerial. I think you can try out... there was one more. It was Anavel, Aerial. There was one more I had in mind. Abellio, obviously, but you don't have him. Nana. Nana would be the other one I would try out here. Also Vigor. Nana, Vigor. So it's a lot of different light units. So it's Aerial, Nana, Vigor, and whatever else I said. You can just watch the vlog. I gave you 5. There's 5 units that would work there. All right, next up, Siege Offense Team. Not ruining, just putting it in the auto select thing. Siege offense, siege defense. Okay, so the siege defense we won't really have a chance. That takes siege defense is a really long thing on its own. For Solo War 5, does Riley have perfect AI? Yes, she does. Riley is. Oh, somebody asked me a while back, and I apologize. Somebody asked me a while back if there's any deviations from my Solo War 5 video. There's 2, both having to do with one having to do with a patch buff, one having to do with a change. So for the Fran team, I've replaced Fran with Riley. All I did was fuse an unskilled Riley, so she doesn't need to be deviled and stuff. I fused one unskilled Riley, replaced the Fran with Riley. That works great. And then you don't have to worry about trying to get a perfect effective HP, and there's no derps. And then I changed out the Hung Yun, the the Fire String Master on the team-up team. I changed that out for Wahi, the Fire Sky Dancer, and I put her in a crit damage build. So if you're still on stream, I apologize. You asked me like an hour ago. I saw it scroll by, and I was on something else. But those are the two changes. All right, so all right, possible offenses. Let's see. Do you have Bethany? Because I know you've got a lot of LD4s. Bethany or Mirane, that's two really easy go-tos. No Bethany, no Mirane. Okay, so here's one for you. Here's one for you. I saw you have a Kinky, right? Kinky's in a team already? Oh, whoops, never mind. We need to, let's do this. What's your 4-star? Okay, so I wouldn't actually use Kinky to counter this, but this is a team that you can build. I really like this team. It's good against some 4-star bases. It's not one that you can spam, but I still get to use this a handful of times a season. And when I say I get to use it, because bases are all stacked, right? So because bases are all stacked, you get to use whatever offense you use, you're using it like 5 times, right? So this is a really fun offense. This is a really fun offense right here. The Cammy, I'm actually going to switch over to my account. I'll show you how this one's built. So Vito, I actually don't run the A-Star Dragons team. I've never built it. The thing is, I don't farm a lot of runes. I mostly farm R5 and artifacts. I've got so many runes, like, because I farmed 14 hours a day for years, and then even like the first year after B12s came out, and it's just really hard for me to upgrade my runes. The upgrades that I get come through artifacts and gems and grinds. Not that you can always have more good runes, but it's just not a priority for me, so I haven't built that particular team. Or really any of the newer teams. I still run Tricaru for dragons, I still run the Lucian Tricaru for Necro, and I run a modified Beelzebub Tricaru for giants. Alright, so siege defenses, or siege offenses. Okay, none of my defenses would really be... I would not use this, okay? I want to just emphasize this over and over and over. This is not the proper counter to this defense. This is not the proper counter to this defense. Huge disclaimer right here, not the proper counter to this defense. But I do want to just show you guys the team and how it works, and maybe we'll get lucky and it'll work. But not the proper counter to this defense. So you can see the last time I used it, there it is, okay. So Cammy is just going to be in a super tanky build with additionals. That's all you really want, super tanky with additionals. Kinky should be in a standard resistance, Kinky style build, probably a couple K more HP than this. I think he's probably a couple K more HP than that. And then the Lulu should have runes. Good call, Benjamin. We'll actually go ahead and do the next drawing now. And so here you go. Then you would run the Lulu right here. All right, guys, last chance to get in on the drawing. Let's see. Hey, the dirt may mean that we win this. We'll see. All right, so in this case, I don't really want to burn the Lulu thing yet. We're going to reincarnate right now. And it looks like I have a speed tuning issue here. Also, Kinky should go in front of the Cammy. Kinky, by the way, should go in front of the Cammy. So I haven't used this in a while, and I'm pretty sure my Kinky got rebuilt. But as far as actual stats go, I showed you guys the stats. Just keep in mind the speed tuning. So the speed tuning should be Lulu, Kinky, Cammy. That's the order that you want to go. And then you just keep reincarnating Cammy whenever you can, and she's just going to do a crap ton of damage, man. Lulu first in case the opponent stuns you or something. Like you saw my Kinky got stunned right there. So this is going to be good. Again, this is not what you would use against Hyena's Vigor Lume, which is pretty much what you're going to see in most places. I wouldn't use it there. I wouldn't use it against Lume, period. Lume introduces too much RNG. That's more of a bruiser defense. I don't think there's anything I can show you guys right now where I would use it. I wouldn't use it here, obviously. And I'm not gonna run it against our own guild's defenses. So all the Sierra Ryan Pernas, you can use Triana, Camilla, Tessarian. This one originated on Asia server. This one's kind of annoying. This originated on Asia server. That defense. All right. So anyway, the defense that I gave you, the offense I gave you, we gave you the 1 siege offense, which probably about all we had time for on this, with also reviewing the AD. Now you did say 5 reaps. I'm gonna check if we can find 5 reap targets quick, because I pulled your JSON automatically when I logged in. We'll go ahead and do the reaps. In the meantime, guys, we are gonna draw for the final person right now. So the final person of today is Kaltiro. Kaltiro, congratulations, man. Alright, so we got your JSON loaded up. Let's see if we can find some good targets. So in this case, we're pretty much just going to look at Vio only, because you have a Ragdoll Gianna account, so Vio is really where it's at for you. We want Legend. Only 5 reaps. We're not going to do anything with defense. There's only 3 on your account. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's because there we go. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, there's no way. That doesn't make sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So here we go. First up, there's a Vio 2. I don't love that defense innate. So let's see. Vio 3, Vio 2 HP. I like this one, but it's already this is already a good rune. This just needs a gem. Actually, let's see if you have the gem. Let's finish off that rune for you, because that's a really nice rune. Yep, there it is. This is an RTA level rune. At least on my account, this is pretty much an RTA level rune. This thing's a beast. Oh, crap. Too many windows, guys. Sorry. There we go. All right, so here's the rune. My bad. Thank you for letting me know you can't see it. Yeah, I got too many different windows going on. This was the rune. This was the rune. All we did was gem flat defense for attack. Unfortunately, the gem hit a little bit low, but this is still an RTA level rune. That flat HP is so valuable, and then it's just really well synergized. It's got good speed, slot 2 HP with resistance, especially for a Ragdoll account, because you don't have to run crazy fast on a Ragdoll account. This is kind of a beast of a rune. And this was not a re-up. This was just, I put in the gems. Obviously, you're going to want to regrind these things, but we're going to have some re-ups, so I just used one of each for now. All right, there is a slot 1 on your Alucia. I think that might be... I really kind of wanted to do just 2, 4, and 6. So let me limit that to 2, 4, 6. We're going to take out the one with defense innate. We're not going to do that. And we're going to take out the one that we just did, because that one's really good. Slot 6 resistance. That rune's kind of a mess, and that rune could actually be also RTA level on a Ragdoll account. Yeah, no worries, Benjamin. This part we can wrap up right here. It's already loaded. It's already loaded. So we'll still give the next person full time. Don't worry. I'm not going to cut the next person short. Caltero. I'm not going to cut Caltero short. Yeah, this has got some decent stats, but the 5 speed kind of hurts. I don't know. Actually, do you just regem speed here? To be fair, I think you just regem speed. I actually take that back. Yeah, this one you would just regem speed. It's actually pretty efficient already. So I guess we are going to do your slot 1 then. Excuse me, slot 3. The one on Alucia, slot 1. That's the one that we want to do. Alright, so this is what I think is the best target on your account right now. We got the good resistance innate. That's actually probably much better already. Yeah, I think that's done. We traded 6 accuracy for 9 speed basically. That one's done. You just gem in the HP here when you have it. We're not going to use this. It's not worth legend, but gem in the HP here, and this is actually a pretty solid rune. Alright, so the next one then would be is a slot 3 in inventory. HP flat 285 is what we're looking for. This one. This will be our next target. Oh man, that one's... So this is not like an RTA level rune, but this is actually really nice for a lot of different uses. I would personally keep this. It's a low double into crit damage, but a high single here, high single here. In this case, you gem this out for HP. I would keep this. I find these runes to be useful at times. You don't need a ton of them, but it's actually not a bad rune, man. This is great for like a Theomars. This lands on siege defense, that type of stuff. I would definitely keep it. It's very efficient too. Even though it's only got 2 grind options, it's super efficient. All right, and then you said 5 re-ups, but you've got over 40, so we're definitely not going to do the 40. And I'll be honest, I don't see, like, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. I don't see any other, like, glaring targets. I don't see any other immediate targets on Vile. So we go here to unlocked. I locked the ones we did. This one, the 24 accuracy is nice. This, you gem the flat attack into speed. Is already a good rune. And then we're getting into some of the more efficiently rolled runes. This one, you gem the crit rate over here into defense percent. Is it 20 speed, 15 accuracy? Excuse me, you gem it into attack percent. Gem the crit rate into attack percent is 100. What am I showing? Oh, I'm showing the wrong optimizer. My bad. Bro, have you guys not been... I showed the wrong optimizer the whole time, didn't I? Oh, stream fail. Stream fail. Okay. Here's the correct optimizer. Here's the correct optimizer. Stream fail. Big deal. All right, that is like that is a big rip. That's what I'm trying to say. Big rip. Okay. So this rune right here, I would just gem the crit rate into attack percent. I feel like that one's good enough not to re-app it. This one is probably a target, actually. This is a target because we have low speed and flat HP. So you'd have to change the flat HP. Yeah, this is actually a target. Even though the efficiency number is high right now, I would say that's probably a target. So that's going to be on the Triana, slot 3. That's this one here, 4 crit rate innate, right? Very efficient rune, but question is, like, can you really use this? So we gem the HP, yeah, because the high defense with accuracy, it's such a limited usage. It's got to be a defense scaling unit, and then those tend to have low base speeds. If it had like one more roll into speed, if it was one less roll here, one more roll here, I'd probably like this rune much more. But I feel like this is, especially because we don't have a ton of targets, this is probably one of our better targets. That to me is a big upgrade. So we swap the accuracy for a higher roll resistance, but the big deal here, the reason this is an upgrade is because we can gem in the speed now. So you can get 8 to 10 speed off the gem and grind the HP. Whereas on this one, we had to gem the HP over the flat HP, which meant that we were going to wind up with a really, really slow rune. On this one, we get to have a faster rune. This becomes a really nice support rune. So we're trading basically a roll off the defense for an extra 3 or 4 speed, and then changing the accuracy to resistance, which gives it good synergy. So that becomes like, that's another one and done. That's actually it's a much more flexible rune in terms of how you use it. It's not like it's an amazing rune. It's actually slightly less efficient, but it fits in more builds. And that's the thing. You can just run this on a lot of supports. If you get 12, 13 speed from the gem and the grind, you can run that on a lot of different support units, where when it was going to be 9 speed, it was going to be really hard to run on a lot of units, even on a ragdoll account. All right, that was 2 re-ups, because we keep doing one and done. Okay, but yeah, we are almost at 10, so I'm gonna find one more re-up target. We'll do one last re-up target if we can find it, and we'll wrap it up from there. I think this, that's a 20 speed rune, so that's not a target. Yeah, no worries, Benjamin. Stream fail again? Dude, what? All right, let me just shut this one down. It's this one. There we go. That's the problem. Okay. Alright, actually, you have Ragdoll Gianna, so you do need will runes too. Let's see if there's anything good on the will side. Huh. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, we found our target. Okay, we found our target. That's the target right there. Really solid rune from Event Dungeons. Congratulations, Ronnie. Okay, this is the target that we were looking for that didn't exist on the bio side. This rune's a mess, and this is like, you know, the most valuable runes in the game right now are crit rate runes. So, hands down, this is where we're going. Ooh, okay. There we go. That's a nice little upgrade. So defense, this needs HP %, which we've got. Yeah. You're going to want to regem that, of course. But yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's a solid upgrade. It's not quad grindable, so it's not like, wow, type of thing, but it's still a 20 speed triple grindable rune, and it went from being completely unusable to like probably RTA level. Lower, like it won't be the first crit rate rune you put on a unit, but I think it's definitely an RTA level rune. It's going to be really, did I say re-app that? I meant regem. I meant to say you're going to want to regem that, not re-app that. But yeah, actually, this is a really nice rune, man. This is super efficient. This is going to be what? 14, 26. When you get a better gem in here, we'll call it 35. So that's 36. 4.5. 4.5 rolls pre-grind. And you get three more grinds here is 21. So it's a little over 7 rolls. Yeah, this is about 105% rune when it's done, I guess. So 105%, 20 speed crit rate rune. Very solid. All right. Caltiro, you are up, bro. Do me a favor, message me your info in Discord. So first of all, message me your login info, and then let me know what you would like me to do on your account. Ideally something that takes around 30 minutes. Benjamin, I am off of your account, bro. Congrats, actually. I mean, 5 re-ups. In 5 re-ups, we hit 3 really solid runes. We also found a 4th really solid rune, which you guys didn't see me mess with. But we found a 4th one that was just kind of chilling in inventory also. I think all 4 of those runes that we did are all runes that could land on your RTA team. So, very solid session. And then I gave you the recommendations for the other things. Hopefully the defense will work. Hopefully the defense will work. This thing is driving me crazy with the stupid check mark, or the exclamation point right there. I feel like I have an unread notification at all times. It's really driving me nuts. Okay, Kaltiro would like faster dungeon teams in Raid. So it's not just me. Okay, perfect. Kaltiro, I just need a code, bro. Go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do this. Sorry guys, the music might be loud for just a second here. My headset died. I gotta wait for the Bluetooth to reconnect. Let's turn that down. Did the second one die too? Huh. This was supposed to be charging. There we go. Okay. So Ace has been very busy in real life. I think he does plan to get back to streaming at some point. But what's been going on with Ace is he actually got his real estate license. And it's just tied him up a lot. He was in school for about a year and then preparing for the test. And now he's just been working a ton. So I think Ace plans to come back. I think Ace plans to come back and do some more streaming, but I don't know that he's going to be doing it in the near future. The bird set I use might be an illusion somewhere. Okay. Okay, so here is Kaltiro's account. So he'd like us to look for faster dungeon and raid teams. Alright, so taking a look at the raid team. Let's see, Bale 230, 130, excuse me, 126. So one little thing here, no, actually that's correct, never mind. 23, 26, that's all built correctly. 63, 65, yeah, that's all built correctly. Okay, so your BJR5 is built fine. You could change the Fran here for a Riley, and I think you could change this Bastet for anything. The Bastet's not really doing, I don't think, much for you right here. So in terms of speeding things up, drop this Bastet for like any kind of brander. Wow, second straight Gianna account, man. I feel small. Like you guys all have Gianna. I miss the HOH, man. I miss the HOH. Crow's a possibility. Oh, you got Shan too, nice. Gianna Shan, that's pretty toxic. Congrats on the Shan buff too. It's a small buff, but it's still a buff's a buff. You've got the Bethany, Halfist. This guy, here it is. Attacks all enemies, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that part. He'll give you ignore defense. This is probably the guy that you want to throw in. Now, obviously, he needs to be built and deviled, so we can't run him right now, but he does really big damage. So what I would do for this team, in the skill 2, what I would do for this team is have this guy act last. So you want him to act after the boss jumps, I think. Obviously, I've got a video for building Solo R5. My team is a little bit different, so we're just looking at yours and trying to see how we can make some adjustments. In terms of adjustments, if you get this guy built, I don't know if he needs devils or not. I haven't tested him myself, but because it's ignore defense on this skill, that's pretty big. So I would probably change the Riley right here out for, excuse me, I would change the Fran out for a Riley because you get better AI. And then I would put the Liam on this team and have him acting last. And then if that doesn't work, I would change the turn orders up. But I think the Liam will do more. And I think the reason you had both Fran and Bastet there, my guess is the reason you had both Fran and Bastet there was to get a more reliable attack buff. Now the other thing is, I'm not a huge fan of the Freya. I know when this came out, Freya was kind of like the go-to. She was one of the first things that solved Solo R5. However, ultimately, what Freya truly does is she just lets you not run will runes, which you already have will runes there. You already have will runes there. You have no runes there. So he did actually say, just so you guys know before we troll him, he said that the Vertihile set might be on illusion. So that's fine. But now what I will say is Vertihile in this team only needs 58 crit rate. So if your Vertihile runes work on illusion, then the Vertihile's ruined wrong anyway, because he only needs 58 crit rate. Same thing with the Rauk. I mean, the 75 is fine, but you can run the Rauk as low as 58. You can, your Bale's actually in place already. But yeah, so the Vertihile could be run with a much lower crit rate. He doesn't need your Fat Lucian runes. The Douglas does not really need the triple attack. This is more like almost an RTA build, except he's on Fatal. But the Douglas would benefit from like some crit rate, crit damage here. Doesn't really need to be on the triple attack build. Obviously 15ing the runes matters. Getting stuff skilled up is going to help a little bit, but I don't know that I would invest Devils just for Solo R5, especially if your team works. Same thing for the Liam. Like if you're not going to use him anywhere else, I don't know if I would invest the Devils. I would just test him on Devil. Riley is usually going to be better than Fran because she's got better base. She's a Nat 5. She's got better base stats and she's got better AI. So she's usually going to be better than Fran. So you meant the Verge you use in DB12. In that case, this Vertihile needs runes. That's a big thing that's slowing you down right now. If the Vertihile has no runes and you're running him in Solo R5, then that's an issue. Now, what I would say is these two units already have will runes. If you can get this like Haru built onto will runes, then you can drop the Freya. And what you can use in their place is Wahi. So let me switch back over to my screen for a moment. Whoops. Okay. That's not the one I meant to show. There we go. So first of all, as far as the Vertihile goes, I mean, this is the team I run. So as far as the Vertihile goes, something like this, obviously if you don't have good fight runes, you may not be able to do this set and double fight, but something like that. And then as far as the Wahi goes, something like that. So both crit damage builds, right? For the Douglas, something like this is good. So this is plenty enough attack. And then just try and get him on like a crit damage build. But you can drop the Freya if everything has will runes. So you can drop the Freya if everything has will runes. And let me see, you can also shift things up a little bit. So another thing that you can do, just like comparing the two, right? You could move a Kali over here. So you use a Kali in place of her. Then you rune her up and you put her over here. And then you move this Fran. So basically you drop the Freya, you put a Riley over here. You bring this over here as just a fodder lead skill. So kind of like coming back to my account. See how I'm set up, right? So you would just have the fodder lead skill Kali, and then you use her because she gives you a little bit more attack bar manipulation. And then just put in the Riley here and actually put the Wahi in here, not the Fran. So I don't know if you have one built, but it's the Fire Sky Dancer. Anyway, that's probably what I would do. So that's the tweaks I would make. I would build the Liam, put him on a rage set. I would give the Vertihile runes. I would use Wahi on this team and Riley on this team, or flip it around the other way. I don't know if it matters which one's on which. But I would get this built and run this on an actual rune set, and then take this unbuilt and run this as a fodder. And that would get you a little bit closer to looking like this team that I've got over here. The Iounu is another one that you can add in. So you might actually drop in the Iounu over the Wind Homunculus, because the Iounu gives you brand on revive. This passive right here, so when he revives, he gives you a brand. So he's kind of like the Douglas. So if you've got Iounu and Douglas both in there, you've got a really good chance to brand the boss when the boss attacks on the jump. So that's maybe another one I would do, is drop the Iounu in over this right here. So I would take that out and I put in the Iounu. Hopefully you can follow that. Obviously the vlog reposts afterwards. So let me just tell you, if you want to timestamp this, we're at 3 hours, 4 minutes in the stream right now. So come back to that timestamp, 3 hours, 4 minutes, and you can look at the changes that I made. But just to summarize one more time, because it's hard when I'm just talking, I know, to follow it all. On this team, put in Riley and Iounu. On this team, build this Hua to a 6-star and put in Hua-He, which is the Fire Sky Dancer. And on this team, also Rune the Vertihile. And then on this team, change this Kali out for a fodder Kali on triple fight. And that would still give you all your same leader skills, but it would give you a lot more overall damage output, which should speed the runs up. Hey Benjamin, have a good night, bro. Thanks for hanging out on stream. Silas, congrats on the Carlos today. I have not gotten to test him, so I don't know if I can recommend like specific rune sets for him, but I think he needs to be on something of a bruiser build because he's going to get targeted too early. Truly depends on the comp you're running him on. And if you're going to be trying to use him to get cuts, or if you're going to be trying to bruiser with him. So I think he's got a few different possibilities. I don't know which one's going to be best yet. But I would suggest testing him in different teams and see where you can keep him alive. That's going to be the big thing, because he doesn't defense break, so he's not going to have that same snipe ability as like a Dominic sniping with a proc, right? Carlos isn't going to be able to do that because he doesn't have the true damage. He needs to live in a longer fight, but he has low tanky base stats. And so you need to figure out which ways you can keep him alive. Axe, what up, bro? Axe, thanks for stopping by on stream. Alright, so here, the Vertihile does not have runes. That makes it hard for us to look at him. The Ikaru is missing a rune, so I would definitely suggest getting a slot 3 onto your Ikaru. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to evaluate builds when, when there's some runes missing. But let's see if we can take a look at the Lucian. Violent Lucian. That's not something you see every day. Alright, so this is the Verd set. That looks solid, man. That's a solid set. Obviously, the attack is low. Really high crit damage, kind of low attack. That's gemmed out. Can't do anything there. You can give him speed. That doesn't matter. Can't do anything there. Can't do anything there. Yeah, the runes are pretty well capped out. I should still be a really solid. By the way, you Lucianed with him. I think there's some damage in this skill. It's not just cooldown. So you've got a bunch of Lucians built. If you're using them to Lucian, be careful which one you put the set on, because this one's going to hit for less damage than one of the ones that's skilled up. Yeah, like you would do much more damage if that set was switched over here. Yeah, I think your Tricaru is fine, man. Just let's take a look at the artifacts. Co-op damage is perfect. If you could get some damage on fire here, that's great, but this is a great artifact. Co-op damage with CD. Yeah, that's a great artifact. I mean, if you could get this to skill 1, maybe it's probably the same thing. Yeah, I think the Vertihile build is solid. I think the Ikaru build looks solid. 29 accuracy, 67, 43. You've got plenty of accuracy. Once this guy gets his slot 3 back, I'm sure that he's got enough defense. Damage on fire, single target, skill 1 accuracy making up for the low accuracy. Yeah, man, the Dragons team looks pretty solid. The Dragons team looks pretty solid. I don't think that there's a big difference that you can make there. I would not skill up the Ikaru. I skilled up my Ikaru and I really regretted it. There was literally 0 difference. Like 0 difference. I wasted 9 devils on it, or what was it, 6 devils? No, 4 times 3, 12. I wasted 12 devils on my freaking Ikaru, and it made 0 difference in the speed. I was not pleased about that. So I strongly advise against deviling the Ikaru. If you don't have the transmogs running, that would be one thing. Transmogs do make a difference. But yeah, if you're transmogged properly, you're targeting properly, so you're good for the PC-10. This is not going to run because he's missing runes. Never mind. Yeah, I think those dungeon teams look fine. For the Giants team, I have no idea how this team runs. I have no idea how this team runs. But for the Giants team, you can use the dots team. I have a video on that one. That'll run 47-second average or something. Steel 40, well, you've got a variant of the dots team now. So can this Julie one-shot on wind? No, there's no way this Julie one-shots on wind, so she's just there to soften stuff up, right? I've never seen this team before. I'm not positive how this team works, but normally there would be a Lucian here. Yeah, so, I mean, this is, how are the Melia built? They're not, okay. Oh, man, I'm kind of stuck here. All right, I've got a video on the dots team. I'm just going to drop that link in chat. Is it, I don't remember the command. I don't remember the bot command for it. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I dropped the link for you in chat. For the Steel Fortress and the Giants team both, you can run the dots team. It's super easy to build. It's very low rune requirement. Very, very low rune requirement. You've got all the key monsters built. So for the dots team, I would just run that. Or sorry, for the Giants and the Steel Fortress, I would run that team. For the Dragons and the PC-10, I would just put a rune on your Ikaru and put the rage stuff back on the TOA Hell. But your artifacts are good, the rune sets are good. Like, it's funny that the monsters are on rune, but the builds that we saw were all really solid. So I think your solo R5 can speed up a lot with the suggestions I made. I think your PC-10 is probably fine. I think your Dragons is probably fine. And then I think that video solves the other 2 dungeons for you. So that's kind of it. That would be the review of the dungeon and the solo R5. I don't know if you have anything else you want me to look at. You've got 10 minutes left. We do 30 minutes on the account service. So if you have something else you want me to look at, I'm happy to. If not, then that's kind of it. Like I said, honestly, I mean, it's funny when we look at all these unruined monsters, but the builds we saw, they were solid, man. There's not like any... you can always run your monsters through the optimizer and look for, like... You know, you can always run the monsters through the optimizer and try and get like a little bit more damage, but all the builds looked really solid. I didn't see any glaring thing. RTA drafting. Let's see what your box looks like. That's a Gianna, 183. Definitely needs HP though. I would find some more HP for her. I'm assuming this accuracy rune, yeah. That's a nice rune. That's a nice freaking rune. 31 speed there. 27, 25, 28. Okay. This rune needs HP percent. If you've got it, you don't. That's why it's not there, I'm sure. Okay. So 183 Gianna. You got the Shan. The Shan looks properly tuned. He's got the guaranteed crit now on the buff. You've got the Sagar, that's Vio, I assume, yeah. What rank did you finish last season? Guardian. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I knew that. I was like, there's no way. There's no way, yeah. Solid Masha build. I would like about 3-4k more HP on the Masha. I feel like the biggest issue maybe that I see from the runes right now, just this Gianna needs like 5k more HP. I mean, the speed is absolutely insane on her. So I don't know where you really get the HP. It's just going to be farming some R5, get like some regems. Obviously you get a little bit here, and then I probably would, she's got too much defense. So even if this is like your best additional damage, I honestly would still probably just get in whatever your best additional damage HP artifact is here. See, 126, not much conversion option there. This one actually could be better. Yeah, this one actually could be an upgrade even over what you've got now. Do we do the CD or the damage from light? The CD is nice because she has like, you know, the CD is nice because she has 100 crit rate, and the damage from light's not going to apply a whole lot. It's not going to affect a whole lot. But the flip side to that is this is going to be 4% at max HP, 3% at 75% HP, 2% at 50. Like, it goes down. And the damage from light can extend a fight. So I would change this CD as more enemy HP. Before I change your artifact, just let me know you're okay with that. But I would change this up, and I would just see if we could get some additional by attack or defense. And then this is a big upgrade for your Gianna, in my eyes. That's definitely the rune that the artifact that I would have on the Gianna. So that'll help some. That'll help some because she already had tons of defense. She just needed that HP, and honestly, that is if you get a good hit right here, right? So it's 1% more on speed, same HP. This little bit of extra speed proportional changes out to damage from light. So I guess this is technically not as good of an artifact, but the change out for the HP is worth it. So let's see, do you happen to have, we're not going to use it right off the bat, but do you happen to have one? No backup, okay. The attack up effect's not terrible either, but I don't think you run her with a lot of attack up stuff. Like, just looking at the box you have, I don't know that attack up's going to fit. Like, I don't remember if we even saw a runed Riley. That's where we started. Huh. Because you don't run a lot of attack up effect, that is actually better. Alright, I'll let you keep going with that one. I don't want to burn all your conversion stones, but to me this is still, even without the extra additional by defense, it's still an upgrade. Now, as far as drafting goes, do we get that? We got that to 15? No. So as far as drafting goes, we've got speed lead here. We got the Gianna. It's a really nice box, right? We've got the Moore, we've got the Gianna, we've got the Miles. We've got the Masha, we've got the Nana. We got the Sekhmet, Chiwu. Ciara? No Ciara. Oh, Ciara's here. Okay, Ciara's here. That's the Ciara Rune. You have some speed gaps, but you can make up for those speed gaps with the Gianna, right? Let me see. And the Moore is this Despair. It's a nice Moore. 179 Despair. Juno's kind of slow. Not sure if you just stretched on runes. I would definitely like to see the Juno faster. The stats on the Juno are really good. But if you could get more speed on the Juno and get her closer to the rest of your team. So the problem is, like, if Juno goes with S2, she's not setting anything up. She's acting behind your Chung. She's acting behind everything else. She's even acting behind your Masha, so she can't even strip to set up the Masha. 165. That's Swift? Is that Bio? No, that's got to be Swift. Sekhmet, okay. So your strength is in Vio. Dominic is definitely too squishy. So that's one theme I kind of noticed with a lot of your units is I feel like they need just a little bit more HP. Now, to be fair, you're running so much CC that it doesn't matter in a lot of matches. And I would not trade speed on any of these units, other than maybe tightening up your speed tuning, because I do see some speed gaps. So Dominic at 150, behind a Masha at 165, behind a Chung at 174. So like if your Chung strips, it's pretty easy for you to get cut, even without a Hey Gang. That's a big speed gap right there. So the biggest thing I see right off the bat is tighten up some of the speed gaps. I would slow the Chung down if that meant getting the Masha and the Dominic closer to him, for example. I would slow the Chung down a couple of speed if that meant getting the Juno in front of him, because then you could go Juno S2 into Chung S3 instead of the other way around. Miles looks awesome. A great build on the Miles. I don't know what speed Miles needs to be at to get the full ignore defense. I feel like he needs to be closer to plus 180, but obviously the Gianna needs the fastest Swift set. So Mo Long, see here's kind of another like speed gap thing. We've got the Mo Long at 263, just kind of sitting off in his own world. 267, this is also a big gap, so this should be a little bit closer together, because if the Bulwark gets cut with the Mo Long, you're in trouble. Looks like you don't have Oliver. That had to have been a really big disadvantage last season, not having the Oliver. But on the whole, the builds are all really solid. I would like to see a little bit more HP on a couple of units. I would like to see a little bit tighter speed tuning, but I think the builds are all really solid. So as far as drafting goes, I think your first pick is probably just the Moore, because he's going to be really contested. You're going to want the speed lead. He also doesn't necessarily choreograph Gianna. Looks like you do not have Shizuka. So I would probably be first picking Moore, unless you wanted to run some sort of a... Because your rune quality could probably hold up to run like a... you could probably hold up on rune quality to run like a Nana Gianna type thing. But I just think that would be... yeah, for pre-ban, you're definitely pre-banning Oliver. That's easy. But I think if you try and run like the Nana Gianna thing, you're definitely going to need tankier units. And again, I don't know if you have to sacrifice speed to get those tankier units, and I probably wouldn't. For like, if you can run a 183 Vio Gianna, that's just OP. And that's going to cover up a lot of other things. So I probably wouldn't sacrifice the speed on the Gianna. Does this mean the Gianna is going to be contested? I feel like it does. I think we drop the Gianna here because I feel like if you're opening Ciara, you might be contesting the Gianna. Ciara doesn't get open very often anymore. And I think this just determined the rest of our draft. We're pretty much committed to running Shan, Sekhmet, Chiwu. Maybe we hold on the Sekhmet. We do the Chiwu. We might pull like an Abellio or a Cian here, depending on what he brings out. How fast is the Triton? Triton's slower than the Sekhmet. Okay, Gani is tuned. 295. Okay, and then he goes... Actually, Antares could run wild here, couldn't he? Antares is a force ban, and that gives us the Gianna. Only thing that he can do with the Antares, so we get rid of the speed lead. We should still outspeed the Yunhung with no speed lead, and then he can't bomb the Antares. Surprised he let the Antares through. Really am surprised he let the Antares through. Shan makes sense too. It's a pretty toxic draft. It's just a toxic draft all the way around. Alright. Let's just take some time. Let's just take some time and give Antares a chance to take a turn, basically. Antares will take over if we just let him work. So we don't really need to give that Diana attack bar. Like, that's the thing. Sleep on the Diana is perfect. We just don't need to give her attack bar right now. We just need to let Antares eventually take... Antares will at some point take a turn. On his passive, I mean. Okay, now we gotta push the Yunhung back. So we'll do that. There it is. That should kill the Verd, right? Ah, so close. So close. You gonna go for it, huh? Antares? Dude, your Antares is defective, man. This freaking Antares is defective. He's taken one turn. He's taken one turn! Come on, Antares. At some point, you gotta take a turn, bro. You're not just a spectator in this match. You're also participating. Alright, you're just a spectator in this match, I guess. I guess you're just a spectator. Let's go for a sleep. Dude, this Antares, what is up with this? He's gonna take a natural turn with 100 speed against a Vertihile. Oh, finally. There we go. And he doesn't, and he gets stunned. And he gets stunned. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Wow. Worst Antares in the game right here. Worst Antares in the game right here. He heard us, guys. He heard us. Or did he? Nope, he's dead. Dude, that Antares was okay. I still like my draft there. I think I had a solid draft. I think the Antares was like, he had to have been like 70% to take a turn, because if you don't know, he gains higher percentage. So he gains like on his passive, it's not just a 15% chance. He's got a higher chance every turn. Activation chance goes up. If the effect doesn't activate, the activation chance will be increased. So he had to have been like 70+% to take a turn over and over and over. I definitely feel like the Gianna Shan early is strong. It gives us a lot of pivot flexibility here. He's got the Chung. We've got double strip. The Molly here, actually. Oh, see, this is kind of tough. That was such a big hit right there, too. Dude, that Shan is insane. Okay, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Some content will be undergoing maintenance to prepare for the update. Which content will be undergoing maintenance and what is the update? Yeah, Miles is true damage. Miles is true damage. That's why I said, let's see, maintenance schedule, maintenance content, world arena, arena in a server battle. All right, so with the update coming, I think we'll make this maybe the last fight. There you go, Caltera. I don't know that I would always show the Gianna early. I mean, there's always a factor when it's an account that you're not familiar with, right? So I would need to play more wings to get a feel for what was working. But I love the Gianna Miles combination. Gianna Shan Miles combination. Just works together so well. I'd love to get rid of the mosquito that's flying around in front of my face. Oliver buff incoming? Yeah, they're like, wow, he gets pre-banned every match. We can just buff him because it doesn't matter, right? Okay, and then Juno probably. See, this is where I wish that Juno was a lot faster. Yeah, no, this is the end of the stream. This is the end of the stream. So I'm not sure about the Douglas counter. We've got 4 units that counter Douglas. Actually, I think the Pontos is the ban here. If he bans Gianna, the Moore is not guaranteed to strip. He bans the Miles, okay. I wonder if he has... less will runes, because it's kind of a weird draft. Could just be, when you're in Challenger 3 at the start of Special League, you could be fighting anybody from a G3 to a true Challenger. You don't really know, but this was a very weird draft. Yeah, that's not a Challenger. At that speed, that is not a Challenger. Dude, sick account, man. So sick. So sick. Man, that is just devastating. I gotta do one more. Gianna Shan, man. Gianna Shan. Just OP. Yeah, he's like, he doesn't need any setup. He doesn't need anything. Yeah, Gianna was on fire that one. Gianna was on absolute fire there. All right, so he's showing us turn 2. I feel like we can hide the Gianna a little better here. So if I go Dominic, Gianna Shan, and then one more, but I have no sustain. Do I care about that? I might care about it. So let's take the Nana. This is honestly just me testing like different draft responses to see how they work. Alright, so we definitely need the Gianna, and then we need one more strip. I don't like the Moore as a strip here as much, so I think we'll go with the Chung, just into the double wind, right? And then, so this is one of those situations where it's like, I feel like Dominic would be amazing here. I feel like Masha would be amazing here, but I feel like Sean's better than pretty much all of them. And then I think we just get rid of the Abellio. Yeah, this is like the third time they buffed Sean. And this one seems to have like pushed him over the top. He's insane. The Bella get in front of what? All right, I guess he didn't like that. Oh, that's a big proc, but he can't do anything. All he can do is shield. All he can do is shield, and then it's over. Oh, wait. That was a big proc, though. That one was a legit big proc. Now we can go into the Sean, right? Yep. It goes S4. Interesting. Okay, so I think we can still do this. Land nothing. Perfect. That's what we wanted. And do we delete? Yeah, let's delete the Bella. Because deleting Bella is always fun. There we go. Nana can land stuff. Even if Sean can't. Nana can. Do that. Let's go into you. Let's do that. Let's go into you. Dude, even the S1 is popping off. 3Ks with the Gianna. I think this guy just wants to see how much damage we can do. Like, the only reason he hasn't quit out is because he just wants to see how much damage we can do. Dude, that's freaking sick, man. I don't really like turn one. I mean, I'm well known for not being a fan of turn one, but I got to admit that's just freaking sick. Gianna Sean, bro, you're gonna be rocking next season. You're gonna be rocking. All right, guys, that's it. That's gonna be it for today's stream. So, guys, as always, I appreciate you guys hanging out on stream. That's it, guys. I'm going to grab some dinner. I hope you guys all have a great night. We'll catch you on the next stream.